miracle of miracles that I actually remembered to put your picture back up after. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I am Ascella Vivace, magical idol. And I have a guest today on Backstage. Would you like to introduce yourself? Oh wait, you went.
I'm sorry, let me. Okay, it's close. Oh my goodness. Okay, hi, hello. Hi there. My name is Mouna, aka MounaBat. I am a musician, artist, and also library professional. Hello.
You're the
nice
secret. You're the secret 5th member of Undead.
What?
It's the bat. It's not my fault. You're the one with the bat.
Oh, God,
that's not my
right?
fault.
That's so funny.
Secret 5th member of Undead. Either that or we kick somebody out. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't want to kick anybody out.
Okay, good, because I like
Koga, I like Adonis. Well, maybe we can kick out Kaoru.
They sound good together. They do. Like, you can't really kick anybody out of Undead.
Like holding a gun to Kaoru, Hakaze's face while
No, Kaoru, run! Kaoru, run! Oh no, it's because he's a skirt chaser sometimes. Terrible. This man. Replace the vampire is being said on YouTube.
Oh my god, who said that?
Mojiru.
Hi Ruby. Hi Aki, my collaborator and friend and very good friend.
Hello. And I see Escher on YouTube too, and Exception and Lark over on Twitch for sure have said hello in the chat, so hello.
My goodness, this makes me so happy.
Oops, I gotta, boop, there we go. All right, so I'm sorry. Look, public apology issued for me starting the stream with Ensemble Stars. Okay, like
sorry,
public apology
sorry.
issued. Right there, public apology.
Do we really need to apologize?
I know, because if you,
the stars?
I feel like I can't apologize for Ensemble Stars because A3 and Hit Mike are gonna come up later too. So like,
God, right?
Don't,
you're so right, especially Hit Mike.
Don't like, get ready, guys. All of my fandoms that you wish I was not into is shared in this house. We're just silly. We're just silly. No, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna jump ahead. But like, I've had A3 on the brain for like the past 3 days because I
miss him.
Working on an A3 cosplay. I just randomly was like, oh god, I'm gonna make this in like a month. So
don't die on that. Oh
no,
my god.
I'm gonna try not to. But like, I have to commission the wig because there ain't no way. There's just
is it a surprise?
No way.
Surprise who it's gonna be?
Oh, it's gonna be okay, so do you keep up with JP-A3?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's okay. I just need to know how much of this I need to explain. So what they did like toward the end of last year and earlier this year is they went back to some old plays, and they went back to some old plays and they kind of did like a redo of them as like scout cards, and they're all duo cards, which is really cute. But one of the ones they did was Stranger, which is one of the ones I really like. It's probably is that my favorite play? It might be my favorite play. But I love Stranger, and I loved it when they staged it. Anyway, but what they did for these new cards is they did different outfits and different hairstyles.
Wow, okay.
So, not like super different necessarily in every case, but like, I want to do Tai Chi from it because the new dress is like so cute for Zero. I was just like, oh my god. Oh my god. So, but the wig is like an updo with like a long braid, and I was like, no.
That ought to be so awesome.
Oh, it's so cute. I can't find all my beads that I bought, because I bought the stuff for the original Stranger outfit like ages ago, and I just held on to it for all these years, and now my time has come, maybe. Sorry, tangent. I'm not the guest. I'm the host. Stop talking, Ascella. Yes, welcome everyone new and familiar. I hope you enjoy the stream today. So basically what we're gonna do here is we're going to talk about exciting stuff because, all right, so I won't talk about how we met, but I will out myself. But I've met people in worse situations. But no, wait, I made that sound really bad. No, it wasn't that bad. It was like we just met in a Discord server. It's not that bad, guys. But I love, like, we just got to like talking a little bit, and like I got to see your mashups, and I was just like, dang, you're so cool. I have like music in my veins, you know, like I love music and singing and all that stuff, but I don't have like the ear for it that some people do. So I'm always so fascinated to like hear from musicians and singers and stuff like that, because my training is all instrumental music. Clarinet specifically, so it's not like I have like audio engineering or any kind of experience with that, or with like specifically with like trained vocals. So I'm always impressed with fellow musical folks, and that is how we are here today. Yeah, and yeah, so I guess that's a great intro to kind of, you did talk already about in your little intro, like kind of what you do a little bit in very, very, very brief, but let's just take it one topic at a time. I want to start with music because I love music, and I have clips, and guys, we're loaded. Mouna gave me so much stuff. We're loaded.
I did. I worried it would be too much.
No, it's perfect. I love it. I would rather have like too much stuff and have to like pick and choose, but I didn't have to pick and choose. I was like, nope, we're doing all of it. So what I know you for primarily, originally, was like covers and mashups and stuff like that. But you must have like very musical roots of some kind. So like tell us about your music background.
It's so funny. I'm not like professionally trained really. Like I did piano as a child, but I didn't stick with it. I just didn't. I got bored so fast.
That's fair.
And like part of that had to do with my ADHD, and I tried to make it fun for myself by showing my piano teacher at the time, like, hey, here's a printout of the sheet music adaptation. Can I learn this?
Oh.
Like, I tried making it fun for myself, and then, like, I eventually did it, because also coordination-wise, it didn't quite work for me.
No, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad at piano.
In terms of training, I am not, like, professionally trained. Maybe one day I'll get voice lessons. I would love to, because I want to sing better.
That's fair. Me too.
Like get tutorials online about different vocal techniques. Because I know very few. And this is also one of the reasons why I rap, because I know I'm not a strong singer.
That's fair. I think there's room for all kinds, you know, like, especially with the way that, I don't know, like, there's something about, sorry, there's like a bug. Yes, your voice is hella cute, actually.
Thank you.
YouTube is
Big
right.
woo.
YouTube Mojiru on YouTube is right. But like, I feel like there's a unique passion, right, to music that comes from starting as an enthusiast, right? Like starting as somebody who just really loves just music. So are you more of a listener than a performer? Are you more of a performer than a listener? Like, I feel like you have to be like loads of both with your creativity.
I'm more of a listener. And I want to perform more. Ever since I got into like the Kai Guy Idol community, I got super hooked with all their enthusiasm, with all their drive, right? And all the activities. Yeah. And so I thought, I want to be a part of this. But my biggest musical influences like stem back to when I was a young kid. A little bit of Mouna lore. I used to live overseas, and specifically in like Egypt, then Botswana, because of my family's job. But that being said, I remember the collection of CDs my mother brought when we went to Egypt and then to Botswana. I remember a bunch of the CDs that we had. It was like the Hot Shot album by Shaggy.
Oh my gosh. What?
Like
Wild.
4 discs of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yes. That's what I was raised on, that
Garfunkel
kind of
by
stuff.
himself. Exactly. And like also the very first CD that I ever got for myself when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Oh my gosh.
You know what that CD was?
I'm scared to ask.
It was the very first volume of Kids Bop.
Kids Bop! Nice! Look, at least you were being age appropriate. I think the first CD I ever bought was either... I want to say it was like the Pokemon soundtrack. So that was kind of age appropriate.
Oh my god.
But that was the first one I bought, okay? That was not the first one I ended up with. Okay, I believe the first one I ended up with back in the day was Third Eye Blind. One of the Third Eye Blind albums, yeah. And let me tell you, when you re-listen to some of those songs as an adult, you go... You're just like, oh no. It's like, did you ever listen to when you were, this is gonna show my age probably. Did you ever listen to the Disney radio station?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! The covers! The little covers that they would do? Yes.
Yes! I loved the Disney Mania albums. Oh my god, those were one of my favorite things as a kid. Like, you know that they made a semi-new one, right? It was a pop-punk album. It was a pop-punk album of Disney songs, and they had like Magnolia Park sing "Eye to Eye" from a Goofy movie.
Oh my
There was like "Meet Me at the Altar," who I absolutely love, singing like "You've Got a Friend in Me," stuff like that.
What the heck? That's so cool. Because like my problem was I would listen to like, they would do like the Kids Bop versions of songs on Radio Disney, right?
They did.
But they would be done by the original artists, right? And like
1985 by Bowling for Soup, but make it more family friendly.
Like, okay, no, are you ready for the one that's gonna blow your mind?
It's Mambo number 5.
Mambo number 5, yes!
Oh my god!
Did you ever hear that one? Shut up! How did you read my mind?
Because that was the first thing that came to mind when I think family-friendly, just like version of a non-family song. Because you know, Lou Bega wants ice cream and Mickey Donald and Goofy.
I listened to that song on Radio Disney, and then I went and bought the actual like original and the album, and then I was like, oh no. There was not enough parental supervision in my life, okay? There was not enough parental supervision in my life.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Oh no.
How did you I'm so tickled right now. That's so funny.
It's my mind. It is like
it still gets stuck in my head. The Disney version will like come up in my head to this very day. Like
amazing.
Literally
Truly
a billion
amazing.
years later. Yeah. Oh my god. But that was like got me into like Britney Spears and NSYNC and all stuff like that. That's how old I am. Okay. I remember 90s music very well.
When it comes to like other musical influences, though, one of the most formative things that also like really reflects the kinds of like interaction with music that I have now is the Sonic Adventure 2 music.
Oh, really?
I realized how formative Sonic Adventure 2 was for me as a person.
Oh my gosh.
As a creative, as someone who likes music. The reason for that is because there were character songs that were worked into the game.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever play any like Sonic Adventure or any Sonic games at all?
I played a couple of Sonic games as a kid, but they were on like the Sega Genesis. They were like old.
Oh. Okay, I'm talking Sonic Adventure 2, which was on like, I played it on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And like, all the music was beautiful. Also, it might have been my queer awakening.
Oh, there you go.
So you know how there's a character named Rouge the Bat?
Yes, I know Rouge the Bat, yeah.
A little bit of a queer awakening for me. Also, why might be part of the reason why bats are my favorite animal. Oops.
You did that to yourself.
I played myself like in GameCube.
On the GameCube.
Like all the characters, all the main playable characters had their own like character songs, and it would be like so and so's theme, and then the actual title, like Rouge the Bat's theme, Fly in the Freedom, or Tails' theme. What was it? I Want to Fly High, I think what it was. But those songs resonated with me so much. I loved how much like the music overlapped with the characters, and it wasn't necessarily, they weren't sung by the voice actors of the characters. They were sung by mostly like pop artists.
That's cool.
Yeah, like because they in a lot of ways they functioned as like good music on their own rather than this is from a video game. Like I don't know if you know this, but all the songs related to like Knuckles the Echidna are rap and R&B songs. All of them.
Makes sense.
I absolutely love that. And I'll have to come back to the Knuckles the Echidna thing when we talk about Hit Mike. But
oh no.
That'll come up again.
It'll come up again. Oh no. Do you Yeah, Lark loves the Knuckles songs. Also on YouTube, we have been asked the notable differences in the Radio Disney version of Mambo No. 5. Okay, so they used the Disney characters' names instead of the girls' names.
A little bit of Minnie in my life, a little bit of Goofy by my.
Yeah, and they used Disney character names, and then like it was. The lyrics were changed.
It had nothing to do with like being flirty or a playboy. It just had to do with like hanging out with animated cartoon friends.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, it was not. You couldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't have known that the original. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to listen to the Sonic Adventure 2 music though, because like
please do.
I follow some VTubers that are really into Sonic and some streamers that are really into Sonic, and one of them's actually a friend of mine that's like pretty popular Sonic streamer.
Oh snap! That's awesome.
And like so everything, I swear everything I know about Sonic has come from either that person or like random VTubers covering Sonic songs, because they're all really good. Like
they are.
They've all been really good, and I've been like, dang, this music kind of slaps. I had no idea this was a universal like Sonic thing, that it all slapped. So cool. Now I have been enlightened.
It is.
Were you a pretty big like game music kid, like, or were you more of like a radio? Like so like let me contextualize this with back in my day, right? We had like Napster and Kazaa and stuff like that, and we had to download our music that way illegally, right? So that's how I got into weird genres. So that's why I'm asking.
So my thing was, okay, along with Sonic the Hedgehog, like before I really super got into anime, I was to like Super Smash Brothers and Sonic and playing games. up until about 5th grade when I became a certified weeaboo.
Didn't we all?
So like, what was it? Yeah, I was more into games then, and I actually cared about E3 time, which is wild to think about it now because like E3 who?
Yeah, E3 who exactly?
Wait, could you ask the question again? I want to make sure I'm on track.
No, I was just asking, were you more influenced by like game music and like nerd music, or was it
okay, yeah,
equal parts with radio and like pop and stuff like that, like popular tracks? Because like my music interests have evolved a lot over the years. I used to be a big radio person, and now I'm a like, if I listen to anything but my OnStars playlist, it's a weird day.
So like, I did listen to a radio station when I came back to live in the United States long term. I only knew 2 radio stations when I got back to the United States. It was 88.5, which was like the National Public Radio, so for news, and then 100.3. It's not like this anymore, but it was 60s and 70s music, and that was my jam. I love 60s and 70s. I fell in love with the Beach Boys, I guess.
I was gonna ask if it was more of like the bubblegummy stuff, or was it more like the classic rock kind of stuff? But
it's all of it, because I liked, you know, Sugar Sugar Honey Honey by the Archies, but like Bye Bye Miss American Pie.
Yeah.
And my whole thing about when it came to listening to music, whether it was the Sonic soundtracks or Disney or the 60s and 70s stuff, music wasn't just a listening experience for me, because I always like to imagine my favorite characters, whether it was OCs or Sonic the Hedgehog, just in this music video in my head.
Yes.
And
you were just a walking AMV machine.
God, yeah, exactly. Exactly that. That's what it was. And
that's perfect.
I look back and cringe at my own like little music videos in my head, because some of it was like Simon and Garfunkel but with Naruto. This is visual. Like, I am not kidding.
Dude, you could make like a splash in the AMV community now if you did like some Simon and Garfunkel. People would be like, who is this music? This unknown music, and you'd be like, oh, children, let me educate you.
Okay, I want there to be an AMV making project where people just use old with
music.
new anime, old music.
Okay,
Make
but
it a thing.
I literally once did a cosplay skit to a Beatles song, so I feel like
what song?
We
what
have the
song?
Obla Dia Obla Da. I did JoJo's Part 4. We did JoJo's Part 4. It was cute.
That is so cute. That is so cute. I love that song.
It was so
Aww. With JoJo, that's precious.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But because I was raised on classic rock, right? So I was raised on like 70s and 80s rock. And some 60s too, like the Beatles and stuff like that. But that's because my parents are a little older. And so, like, my mom literally saw the Beatles in concert. Like, that's how old my parents are. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow. Yeah, anime AMVs, but it's 2007. Exactly. Make it more like anime AMVs, but it's 1995.
Yes.
I love that.
You should see the Anime Expo AMV contest intro video. It was like, it felt like an anthology.
Did it?
The idea of the Anime Expo AMV contest intro video was to celebrate 30 years of Anime Expo.
Oh.
Up until I think 2015. So the idea of this AMV was you had a song from a particular year, let's say 1993. You need a song from 1993 and the visuals are all anime. And it just went on like that until it hit 2015. I thought, this is beautiful.
That is cool. I like that.
It was Eminem and Bleach and
No
other,
way.
and other stuff. And I think the Macarena with Inuyasha and stuff like that.
No way. The Macarena. Oh my god, it takes me too far back.
Like, this is beautiful. I'll link that to you in DM later. But
yeah, no. What kinds of music gets your attention the easiest then? Like, what makes your brain like have the good brain juices?
Mine? Oh
Yeah.
my god. Lately, it's been anything that gives me pretty boy vibes. I don't know. Like, I also still have a soft spot for emo music, emo pop punk.
Oh yeah.
Because I liked Panic at the Disco when I was a teen. My friend Esther in the chat, we bonded over a couple of songs, especially the song. What was the title? You remind me of a few of my famous friends, but it all depends. I Had Friends in Holy Spaces. That was the name of it. We like to sing that together. But I like pop punk, but nowadays I still like pop punk, but a lot of 2D fictional singer music has been grabbing me lately.
It's easy to happen though, because there's like, it's all very genre bending, you know. It's all very like
genre bending.
Yeah.
And it's like character focused.
Yeah.
And I like characters.
Very thematic. I like thematic kind of music.
Right. But like, when it comes to listening to 2D group music, I don't like have visuals in my head for it, because it's almost like a sacredness to it, which sounds so odd. But it's like, I can't imagine my OCs to a lot of these, because these are like already somebody's OCs.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like I can't visualize to hit mic music, for example.
Right.
On Stars I can though, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's so numerous. Like, I can imagine my OCs to On Stars music.
There's like 300 something On Stars songs. Like, there's a lot. There's too many.
Oh my god. There's so many.
Yeah, too many positive.
Really positive. Same with like, that's how I feel about Token Rambu. I remember a friend of mine was like, I was telling a friend who didn't know what Token Rambu was about Token Rambu, and I was like, it has like so many sword boys. Like, oh, was that too many for you? Sorry. And I meant that genuinely. They're like, wow. Sorry, is that too many boys for you?
Is that too many boys for you? Oh my gosh.
It's not my fault you can handle like like fictional boys in the hundreds. I'm like, okay, sorry. I mean, I can.
No. The Character Factory stuff gets me, especially when it, like I said, it's kind of thematic, and it has like strong thematic associations,
right,
like the unit having a theme, or the character having like a trope, you know. I like stuff like that, actually. Concept
overall having a theme. Like, maybe that's why Hit Mike really got me. Also why I was super into Hitalia as a teen.
Oh yeah, I can see that, yeah.
I was into Hitalia as a teen. Big time, but I will fully admit it. But also, maybe that's why Idolish 7 never really stuck with me all that much, and I need to give it more of a chance.
Yes, you do.
But yeah, I do. I do like Natsu Shiose. It's a fun song.
It's a good song.
But I guess if there's like a concept that's really unique to me, like I showed you the 2D Music Project wiki, right?
Yeah. I was on there for like 2 days.
Right, it's fun. And
I was like teaching everyone I knew.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Hell yeah.
No, I was like, look at this weird concept.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, there's more rap projects other than Hit Mike, because there's the Korean one called Infinite Flow, which I have not gotten into yet, but I want to.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk about Jamrock one day.
Oh.
Jamrock is the reggae project. I'm like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
As someone who is of like Caribbean origin, like Caribbean descent, I'm like, reggae, huh?
You're like, I'm gonna have opinions on this real quick. You're like, okay. Sorry, you're now being held to a higher standard, guys.
Higher standard.
Higher standard.
Like, I'm a little bit like, about this. Like, the art is beautiful, the music is questionable. The plot also a little questionable. But we'll get to that in another day. Maybe it could be another like
Well, we need to go.
activity.
We need to like do a stream where we just go through that wiki and like rediscover all of the music stuff we forgot about.
That would be fun.
Oh my god,
And
that
go
wiki
through all
is
the, like,
crazy.
It's so crazy. I love it so much.
It's so good. No, and I like music projects are kind of a novel thing. Yeah, not like current novel, but like last decade kind of novel, you know?
Yeah, last decade and a half, I would say.
Yeah.
I guess one of the really old school ones I think is Trinity Blood. I think it was like aiming to be a Seiyu unit kind of thing.
What?
At one point, if I remember correctly,
Oh
because
my
there's a
gosh.
podcast I listened to about Seiyu projects, and the host was going. It's called The Hand That Feeds HQ. That's the website.
Yeah,
And
I've heard of it.
podcast her podcast is Seiyu Lounge, and oh my god, bless Vanessa for all the work she does on that blog and podcast. She does it basically by herself, if I remember correctly.
Oh my
Bless
gosh.
her.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do all of this on a regular basis? I don't know.
Like a lot of
But-
my early fandom stuff was like character image songs, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god, shout out to Haruhi Suzumiya and all the character songs.
No, the real one is Prince of Tennis that is still going with
Oh,
character
really?
songs and started
really?
in like 1999. Yeah. They're still going with character songs.
No, they were still doing it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's like every time I hear Suabe as Nagisa in On Stars, I'm just like, oh, he sounds kind of like Atobe in that song.
Oh, that's
I'll be like, oh,
right.
he's using his Atobe voice. Like,
My god.
every once in a while he gets to, because I've heard him sing so much as Atobe, because Atobe is my favorite Prince of Tennis character. Don't ask. But like, yeah, no, I mean, it's like, Seiyu projects of that, like, I feel like character songs are the predecessor, the precursor to the big Seiyu
absolutely.
music projects, which are really just character songs with a story attached, you know, like, but in a good way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I love Seiyu projects. They're cool. I don't want to get us too far off topic,
Yes,
unless
next
you
question.
want to jump. Okay. So I want to talk about, okay, so I know I mentioned earlier that I love your mashups. Your mashups are just, I have a favorite. I'm sorry, everyone. I have a favorite. But,
Oh.
I have, you know which one is my favorite.
Yay! Oh, I won't spoil it for the chat.
Don't
in
spoil it
case
for the
there's anyone
chat.
new.
Don't, it's the reason it's the last one I'm gonna show. So I wanna I'm gonna show the mashup clips that you sent me. And then we can I wanted to hear about like your process, your inspirations, like how do you pick out the pairings of the songs, and like do you just feel it out, like, you know, that kind of a thing. But we can kind of talk a little bit. Well, I guess let's talk about that first, and then we can actually listen to some and kind of talk about the individual ones. But
Sure.
yeah, so what does your process look like when you're starting to do a mashup? Is it deliberate? Are you very much like, okay, I'm gonna make a mashup today, right?
Sometimes it's deliberate. Sometimes it's like, oh, I noticed songs. One of my favorite examples of this is I didn't send you this one, but it's on my YouTube. But I didn't send it because it's not my best quality wise. But it's my favorite example of this question. Y'all know the anime Skate the Infinity?
Yeah.
So the opening song, Paradise by Root Alpha, has a lot of similarities to the song Runaway Baby by Bruno Mars. I'm like, hold it. Hold it.
You have like your brain hearing the similarities between them is just like galaxy brain.
And the moment I hear the similarity, like I listen to a lot of music in the car on my commute when I take long drives, because I like driving. But I'll play the song like on repeat and then sing one of the other song while one of the songs is playing. So I make that mashup as like singing it out loud to see how well it works and what I could change. Like, do I need to change the pitch? Do I need to change the tempo some way or somehow? Another example is if there's a similarity in theme or concept. Not necessarily like musically, because as a Hypnosis Mic Division rap battle fan, everyone knows the controversies regarding like
we do.
Yeah, yep.
So it's called sampling, guys, but sometimes you take it too far.
Sometimes it's sampling, sometimes it's an homage.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's
a terrible idea.
Sometimes it is a terrible idea. And sometimes I notice that the fandom, because the Hit Mic fandom is very like say you brained, and I mean that in a very nuanced way.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
I hear you.
Because I notice how little the Hit Mic fandom is actually into like rap as a genre.
Yeah.
They're into the say you, but they're not interested in the genre of rap. And I sound a little pretentious when I say this, but I'm like, hey, aren't y'all like a little bit curious about the origins and inspirations of this series? And so part of that I use as my inspiration for some of the mashups I made. In one case, it was Gangsta's Paradise.
Hey, wait, I have that one. You want to watch that one now?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, everybody, I adjusted the volume on this, but like, protect your ears if you need to, okay? All right, because it might be a little loud at first. Okay.
あれ彼とはつけ散らすだけまた巷の噂に潜む影数えきれぬ罪を犯す羽目だけどへまできれい終わるまで日々日々倍増意地で奪いとでも気をつけろ後ろにファイブを金銀財宝手にする代償ママには内緒逆に苦かせ
I think we had like a conversation about this song at one point too. Because I grew up listening to this. Because this is when that, like, the whole like inner city school kids was like a big trope.
Right.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because, like, the original song Gangsta's Paradise is by Coolio from the 90s.
Yeah.
1993 or 5. And so then Hit Mic right before the second DRB was as like Samatoki Alhitsugi has a solo song. Cool Gangsta's Paradise, and I'm like, hold the phone.
I know, right? I just remember like not everybody, but like a segment of the fandom getting really, really offended, and I was like, I do not know what to tell you about Japan and copyrights. Like,
right, exactly.
I don't know what to tell you.
And the thing is, like, I wanted the fandom to know, like, for one, like, hey guys, we can be a team.
Yeah,
hold on.
right?
It can just happen. And on the other hand, I also wanted like people in the fandom who just straight up didn't know or have not heard the original Gangsta's Paradise. I wanted them to be exposed to it somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think not that. Okay, let me preface this with: it is not a minority person's job to educate those who are stupid. Okay. It's not your job. You do not have to take on that burden. They can pick up the phone. They can read a book, whatever. But I think a little bit of like putting the food in front of them, like that one meme with the dude and the weird creature, like, here you go, my child. Like, I feel like that can go a long way. Like, instead of getting mad about it, let's be like, no, guys, seriously, this is good music. Come listen to it. Here you go. Mm-hmm. Like, we all have to be fandom-wise, not like social issues-wise, but like fandom-wise, we have to be kind of like advocates for the things that we enjoy in that sense. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just let somebody walk all over it necessarily unless it's a fight you're just not willing to take on. But like, you know, if somebody is like, oh, I like hip hop, but I don't like rap, it's like, okay.
You won't believe how often I've
Let
me
sit you down and talk to you about all the different kinds of rap there are.
It's amazing how, like, some people's anti-blackness and bias shows.
It jumps
like,
out.
I like Hip Mike Paradox Live and K-pop, but I won't listen to American English rap. Like,
yeah. And
like, not even that I don't, it's like, I won't. I'm like,
yeah.
huh?
And like, I have a personal preference for like 90s rap. Like, that's my personal preference. If I'm gonna go sit down and listen to rap, it's probably gonna be like 90s. But like, that's just because I was an ignorant child back then and I didn't know whatever drama musicians were up to those days, whereas these days it's like tabloids and paparazzi everywhere. So I know everybody's business. I'm like, I don't know if I want to listen to your music necessarily. But that's not their fault necessarily. That's like paparazzi, you know? I have the childhood innocence lens over all of the 90s rap that was just on the radio that I listened to when I listened to the radio. But like you said though, there's like you can't have one without the other. Like Hip Mike wouldn't be here. It just wouldn't.
Precisely.
Yeah, no, get me started. I'm not gonna get started, but get me started.
Well, I do have a mashup called Get Started.
Oh, you do? Do you want to watch that one now?
Yes, that's actually
Look
the
at us.
biggest mashup that I've ever put together of like 17 songs altogether.
Oh my god, that's right. It was like I was watching this one like mesmerized.
Oh, shucks.
When I was putting it on earlier, I was like, whoa.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a difference between having genre preferences and just listening to genre entirely. Or even painting a quote genre with a single brush.
そのためにね何か見つけてない奴は生きるのにふさわしくない To the
気分はどうだいプリンセス
I know, right? Yeah, it's ridiculous. The matchups are crazy. Your brain is too large. You're too galaxy-brained for us. Sorry. We're gonna have to ask you to calm down. No, just kidding. Don't calm down. Please never stop. We need this.
Please, I need validation to know that I'm doing a good job.
We need you, and moreover, the Hip Mike fandom needs you. Just, I want some, like, random, like, weeaboo to, like, accidentally end up on your channel and discover rap music. Like, that's what I want to happen.
I'm happy.
That's what I want for the world.
What's wild, though,
we'd have world peace.
What's wild, though, is that rap is actually a genre I didn't grow up with. So sometimes I feel a little bit fake in that regard. I know that, like, there are a lot of Black kids in America who just who grew up with the genre. I did not. I constantly feel like an odd one out in conversations of it, but I'm still willing to learn. And because of my autistic need to know a lot of things,
yeah, that's fair.
I just end up knowing things.
You're just like this information sponge. Just soak it all up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, hey, you know that one song from Hypnosis Mike references like Wu-Tang Clan, Method Man, 1 and 2 by Hitoya Amaguni? You know that, right? And they don't. But like,
I used to follow like, yeah, exactly. Being a late fan does not make your like of something any less valid. That is correct. That is correct. But like, I I definitely feel like Hit Mike brought me back into rap from like getting away from it in my like, oh, I'm so old. My like later teens and my like 20s and stuff like that. I had gotten kind of away from it, and Hit Mike was kind of like, oh, here's your softball reintroduction to rap music. Yeah. Enjoy. Like, yeah. And like, I wasn't necessarily raised in a household that listened to rap or anything like that, like, or a community that was very vibrantly attached to rap, but like, I grew up in a very small town in Texas, okay? Like, it wasn't very colorful. But,
oh.
Yeah, but like, it being so prevalent in popular culture and pop music at the time, you know, and like, because I really like R&B, I'm not gonna lie. Like, 90s R&B, oh my god, just kill me now. I love it so much. Like, but it's because it's what I listened to growing up, you know, like the Kiss FM kind of stuff, you know. It was everywhere. And it's the same way now. I just don't listen to the radio anymore. But so, like, Hit Mike was a nice way to get back to it. And one of the things that I really like about Hit Mike, which this is a little bit of a topic jump, but I think it speaks to the ability for these songs to be mashed up, is the way they have like actual like Japanese rap artists come in and like write the songs. So
yeah,
granted, they're, you know, whatever, but like there's definitely it's a very wide range of things that you end up getting to see and experience in a single little convenient package, whereas like we said earlier, it's like it's just character songs but with a story now.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And but that's what I love about your mashups though, is because like your brain is clearly too galaxy for the rest of us, but you get the parts that kind of go together. I've always loved mashups, but I've never been the kind of person that could like make them, I guess. Like sometimes I can hear it, I'll hear like, but I come from the music theory side of it, because I'll be like, these are in the same key, these have the same like central pitch, you know, stuff like that.
Oh.
Which is a burden, but it's a blessing and a curse, right? It's like that. Did you ever see that guy that did the Pachelbel's Canon rant? Did you ever see that comedy video? The guy who was ranting about like all of the popular songs being Pachelbel's Canon. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
It also
sometimes
the 4 chords of pop.
Yes, it just sounds like that. Sometimes. But, you know, elevating that with like a mashup is just, it's cool. It's cool.
Sometimes I kind of have a narrative going with my mashups, like not a strong narrative necessarily. Like the one that I think is your favorite, I did scenario surrounding why I made that mashup. We'll get to it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I've got the Earth, Wind, and Fire one queued up. So let me play this one. Hold on. And then we can get to my favorite one so that you can make fun of me for being basic.
No.
It's fine. I love this song. I don't know. It's just good. It's just good. So on, like, you said sometimes you have like a narrative and sometimes you just kind of play around with it. Is there ever a time when it like just kind of smacks you upside the head? Like, hey,
like the one time, oh man, I don't think I sent this one, but this one isn't from a very well-known franchise, at least not on the Western end. If anyone's heard of like Honeyworks or I love Honeyworks songs so much. especially Lip Lip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge Lip Lip fan, and one of their songs is called Rodeo.
Oh
I
no.
love Rodeo, and I bring it up because I remembered in 2014 this rapper you may have heard of, one Mr. Worldwide, aka Mr. 808, Pitbull. It's
Oh
Pitbull.
no.
Pitbull and Kesha did a song together called Timber.
Oh no.
So I mashed those two songs up because I thought, wait a goddamn second.
Oh
So I
no.
started listening to Timber a bunch of times, and I'm like, da 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 da. I'm like, oh god, it works. Oh no, it works. Oh no, I have to do it. Oh no.
Not Pitbull. No.
And it worked. Hallelujah.
Oh my god. Do you have like specific, like when you're sitting down, like, okay, it is time, it is mashup time. Do you have like specific places that you go to for inspiration, or specific artists that are like more commonly your go-tos?
Not well. Mostly like my favorite 2D Pretty Boy media stuff. So Hit Mike. I'm trying to do more Ensemble Stars stuff. I only have one Ensemble Stars mashup out publicly. It's the song "Kiss of Life" by Alkaloid, mashed with
Oh.
"Team the Best Team" by Doomtree. If anyone ever listened to "Welcome to Night Vale," you might know that. Um, but I adore that song, and I realized these have such good vibes together. And part of the reason I decided to go with that mashup is also because that song reminds me of Alkaloid
Ah.
in a way. So I thought, well, why not?
Yeah, I get the sense that like you listen to a larger than average amount of music. I don't know how else to put it, but like not like necessarily volume wise, as far as like I've listened to X number of songs, but just like breadth of topic, right? And breadth of genre. You know what I mean? Because like I think you have to do that in order to make the mashups as creatively as you do and have different genres and implement it with it, you know?
One of my absolute favorite music artists is one of the most eclectic bands that I've ever heard of. It is the Cat Empire. They are based out of Australia. They have a mix of like funk, ska, reggae, Latin, all that mixed together.
Yeah, exactly.
Are...
Mouna's the weather in Night Vale, absolutely. You are, absolutely.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah.
And now the weather.
It's so good. It's so good. I just like I guess like it's, I don't know, you have to have like an encyclopedia of music in your brain. Like I feel like you're like one of those old like 90s disc changing CD players, but it's with mashups. You've got like, it's like, wait, hold on, let me change the disc. Like I got a song for this one.
My mashups aren't really a secret, so I'm like glancing at my work files. So it's like, what surprises do I have in here? Like Sasada song, like the character Sasada from Hypnosis Mike, who is like a comedian. He's a clown boy, not a literal clown. Just everyone.
He's a comedian.
He is a comedian. He
Yeah.
makes me laugh. Jessica Rabbit voice, he makes me laugh. So I'm like, just Sasada songs with the Macarena. Can I make that work? I think I can.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Also, more Sasada songs with "We Are Number One" from Lazy Town.
Oh my gosh.
Because that is forever a banger. Also, like Saburo from Hit Mike with like songs from Hamilton.
Oh yeah. Agreed.
And also, by request of someone on Reddit, on the r/ensemble stars Reddit, Crazy Frog with Crazy Bee.
Crazy Frog with Crazy Bee. Stop.
But you know what? I'm sure I can make something work out.
You're like making Crazy Frog roulette up in here, and we're just like, whoa.
Crazy Frog roulette.
Crazy Frog roulette. Oh no, Crazy Frog roulette anthem. Just all the songs with crazy in them, throw them together and roll with it.
Wait, there's an idea.
Oh no, I'm helping.
You are helping, and I appreciate that.
I didn't mean to help. I'm sorry.
His chin.
It's like, be right back, guys. Mouna has to go make a mashup real quick.
Like, normally I don't like. Let's see. Only recently I decided to like crowdsource for inspiration because on the Ensemble Stars Reddit page, I'm like, hey, can I think of like any units you'd want to hear mashups for, or can think of who would sound really cool with Chapel Roan? Because I like
Chapel
the song
Roan
Hot
and
to Go
Twink.
a lot.
Okay, that's all I have to say about it.
What? Just Hot to Go, but instead of like the 2, it's like the number 2.
You get me. You get me. Although Twink doing Hot to Go would be awesome.
It would. I need a skit.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Alright, I'm gonna play my favorite mashup now that the ad is over so that I can out myself as a basic bee out here. Guys, please understand I like women. Okay. It's fine. Oh, now the ads.
I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live. Black hate under my pictures on the gram. Bitch, you better hope I never run across your man.
There's so much diva on my screen right now. Pardon Twitch, don't shut me down, bros.
He's fucking with the skating cause he in the wild women. With them legs on his head, now he love tall women. You'll never catch me calling these niggas daddy. I ain't lying by my nut just to make a nigga happy. Lifestyle when a nigga can't fit a magnum. It never happened if the dick didn't.
Oh, my buddy Aki Slayer, aka Insanity of Mochi says yes, you're not basic. Thank you, buddy.
I heard it and then I listened to it like 5 times.
After something I didn't know.
Oh no!
I didn't know Jack in the Box was still.
Yeah!
Maybe it's regional?
It might be regional. I think in like some states it got like shut down, but
wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wait.
that's the mashup ever, in my personal opinion, ladies.
The ad is still running.
It's okay. It'll be back in a minute and 13 seconds. You should still be able to see on Discord, though.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. I think. There we go. Make sure my thing is still up. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. So. Is there a specific story behind that one? Because I feel like I didn't ask and I should have. When I first listened to that one and you showed it to me, I was like,
okay, you know how Megan Thee Stallion really likes anime?
yes, she does. Did you know she was at DreamCon too?
That's the closest thing I have to knowing that she might have heard of Hypnosis Mic Division rap battle, but I doubt. I just want her to know about it, and
You never know.
Like, dream that I know will never happen is if they collaborated with her. If like King Records collaborated with Megan Thee Stallion on a Hit Mic track,
Yeah, they should.
Like, I need her to do a Chuoku song, please.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's where my inspiration came from.
That's so good.
Like,
That's so
I need
important.
Megan Thee Stallion to know about Hit Mike. She already likes My Hero Academia. She already likes Sailor Moon. She already likes Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
She is a weeb. She's a nerd. She's a weeb and a baddie. She said that in her... I need her to know that there's at least 2 anime about rap battles. Please.
At least 2, if not more.
And in one of them, women rule the world.
Which is very important.
It is important. It's literally plot important.
It is, exactly. And I love Mom. Mom. Sorry, y'all. I'm a Dice fan. I'm allowed to call her Mom.
Whenever
Ultimate
I
is
describe
awesome.
Hit Mike to people, and I mention the fact that conventional, I said, "Mommy said you."
Oh, you cut out. No. Say that again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Whenever I describe Hit Mike to people and I mention how conventional weapons are banned, I said, "Mommy said use your."
Mommy said. It's true. She did, and we listened. Some people are mad about it, but that's not me. Yeah, well, Paradox Live has already done collabs with, like, Japanese R&B singers, so, yeah. So, they've probably got... They've got the connections. Yeah. But if she didn't hit Mike, it would be way better.
Yeah.
Look, I like both. I like both. Don't at me. Don't come for me. Okay. So back on the questions. I did not want to elaborate on this one because I just want to hear everything about it. How on earth did you get into playing the harmonica? Please explain this to me. Please explain this to me and then I will show the video. But like, please, I need the details. Cause that is like, I mean, like a lot of people had a harmonica when they were a kid, maybe, you know, like made horrible noises on it that sounded like a dying goose, you know, like,
Oh God.
yeah. Yeah, but like how many of us are cultured enough to actually know what we're doing?
So, how I started playing harmonica. Back in 2018, my mother was cleaning out her closet and found a box. And said, "Oh, here's a harmonica." And in the box, there was also like a little songbook with instructions. And she said, "I'm not going to use this. Who wants it?" And then called me and my brother out and like, "I want it." And my brother is already like really proficient at piano. Like he continued, I didn't. So I thought, you know what? Let's just play around with this and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And so the little songbook had like Camptown races in it. So,
Yeah,
I
the
thought,
normal
okay, if I
normal
can
stuff.
learn that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know how harmonicas work.
I've played one before, but not well, you know.
So like the standard 10-hole C harmonica has like each hole is a different note and it sounds different if you blow in versus out.
Yeah.
So since then I started like improvising and I know that mine's a C harmonica, it's in the key of C. So if I wanted to play some of my favorite songs to its instrumental, I had to tune it. So I would use like Audacity to adjust the tuning.
No kidding.
And funnily enough, one of my absolute favorite songs from Honeyworks was already in C.
Oh,
I can do this without tuning anything. This is wild.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes I'll just play around and like, I wonder if I can play this on my harmonica. And I made a list because I thought of making a zine called Harmonica for Nerds. And then the list got too long.
Oh no.
I thought, whoa, I can play a lot of these things. Like, Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy is one.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes!
That's crazy.
Also, you being an A3 fan, I can play 2 A3 songs on it.
Uh-oh. Which two?
Muku's solo song,
Okay.
Itsuka Oji-sama ni.
Mm-hmm.
I love Muku so much.
Muku's so cute.
Muku is so cute. And I can also play Wonderland A Go-Go.
Cute!
It's very hard to play.
Yeah, I
but
bet!
like it. It's hard to play, but it's doable. I have to go really slow.
Oh my god.
It's that part where it's like da 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 da. I'm like, where's my mouth going? Where's it going?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I can play a good variety of things on, but it's all in the key, so I have to like tune the instrumentals.
Oh my gosh. That's so like, I don't know why that's funny to me, where you're just like, all right, I can play this, but I have to play it in a different key. And then I have to pitch it. I have to put it in a different key again.
You can also play Yukai Tsukai, that's all right.
My song.
And you can do a recording of that.
I would love to hear that, actually.
For those who don't know, it's from Ensemble Stars by the Cowboy.
It's by Mama. It's so good. More on that later. I'm gonna play this harmonica clip that you sent me, because this is the only clip that I didn't actually listen to yet, because I wanted to hear the harmonica story before I listened to it. So I just like threw it on here and adjusted the volume and then ran. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Hold on, let me pause the BGM and. Oh my gosh.
Oh
man.
To clarify, even if the original song is somebody else play it, it's just like, this is a different version. Let's go.
You're like, this is my karaoke version. Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be so funny though if you made like karaoke backing tracks that were just harmonica and sang.
Ooh.
That would be levels of meta. That would be so good.
By the way, the other clip I sent you of my harmonica playing I thought would be a good example because it showcases 3 of my talents at once.
Oh no, did I miss one? Hold on.
It's the one from an open mic with the pride flags in the background.
Oh, that one! Yes, sorry, my brain. I was like, what? Okay, here.
Okay.
I'll play that one. I'll play that one. I'll play that one. I'll play that one. I know, I love that everybody's dancing. All the people that don't know this song. Harmonica collab with me. Yes, indeed. YouTube's calling it now. Harmonica collab.
Nice. So the reason that like showcases 3 of my skills at once is because it's harmonica, it's also like rapping, and it's a lyric adaptation.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's do all 3.
Yeah. So speaking of that, unless there's anything else you want to say about the harmonica, because that was great, actually. I also love the idea of just rolling up to an open mic with a harmonica and like throwing down, because that's just powerful. That's so powerful.
I love that open mic. It's my favorite place to go in this area. I love it.
What up? So talk to us about your lyrics translations, your translyrics stuff. Like, what's the origin story of that? Is that a specific song that got you into it, or?
So, I think one of my earliest examples of wanting to do like singable English versions, one of my earliest examples I can think of was actually an anime Bottle Fairy. It's okay if nobody knows it, but it's very cute. It just had a very simple song as the opening. It was a show about like 4 little fairies in bottles, and they're all learning lessons about the human world from a man named Sensei-san. Just a dude.
Just some guy. Some guy.
Just some guy. And I thought that this opening theme is so cute and simple, and it tells a really easy story. What if I made this into English? I don't remember if I ever finished it, but then I got more into like renting anime from one of the local stores.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, I wasn't really a pretentious person when it comes to like dubs versus subs, because I enjoy listening to dubs because I like the process of adapting a script. I think it's really interesting. For those in the chat, I know there are fans here. The Ensemble Stars dub is not bad, y'all. They're just mean. It's not that bad. And also, Hiyori's voice actor is the best.
Oh.
Hiyori's dub actor is the best.
Oh my
The
gosh.
absolute greatest. Put their entire soul into it. But I bring that up because, I think the process of adapting a script from one language to another is super interesting. And I have so many thoughts about like whether or not something sounds like a translation. And then when I got into like, the Funimation dubbing openings era, like, what was it?
I remember all the stuff on like Toonami when they had like the English language of stuff of the opening and ending.
Everybody
themes.
remembers Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
The English opening for Yu Yu Hakusho is a banger. Everybody loves it. And there's also a show that I liked as a kid called Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah, Tenchi Muyo.
And this English version I didn't find until I was already in college, but there was a song called I'm a Pioneer. And it is a beautiful song. And it's one of those songs where it's like, I don't think I can listen, which sounds horrible, but the English version is that good. I think the actress who sings the opening is still like invited to cons to perform it.
Oh wow.
And so dubbing music I think is a really cool process. And I started in middle school recording a lot of my English covers. A lot of it is lost media now because unfortunately.
Understandably.
But some of my earliest were from Shugo Kyara. I did a bunch of songs from Shugo Kyara. Hitalia. I have a story about that I'll come back to. A little bit of K-On! My friend Esther, who was in the chat earlier, he and I sang our K-On! Covers together. One of our early examples was Fua Fua Time. And My Heart is Like a Stapler. Those are really cute songs. And let's see, Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, if anyone remembers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. One of my favorite songs from that was Marionette, which was I think the third ending song. I wrote an English version of that and performed it. My older brother, by the way, he also does English to talk about it on occasion. And I got him into the music from Zetsubo Sensei back when I was in middle school or high school. And he took on a challenge of trying to like make a perfect version of the first opening in English.
Oh my gosh.
And like, I super admired him for that. I'm like, whoa, you're really figuring this out.
Oh my gosh.
You're doing insane things with it.
It's been
yeah,
so
like,
long since I even thought about that show.
it's one of those things that hits different when you're an adult.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, yeah, Zetsubo Sensei, Shugo Kyara, Hitalia, Descendants of Darkness too.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god, I did the opening for Descendants of Darkness, and also Higurashi no Naku Koroni, or the When They Cry series.
Mm-hmm.
I also attempted to do the entire Nico Nico Doga medley.
The original one?
The original that
Oh my god.
began with an Idol Master song and then
Yeah.
went to Kai. I didn't know most of these songs, by the way. I did not know, except for like the Lucky Star song and the Haruhi Suzumiya song.
Uh-huh.
Those were all I knew, but everything else I knew about because of. I thought, whoa, these are really cool songs. Wow, time to get into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
How did that go?
I never finished, but
Oh.
what did I do? I think I went on to try to do the Nico Nico Ryusegun medley, which is 15 minutes rather than 10, which was insane. But I did end up getting a good chunk of that done because I remember one of the early songs in that medley was from Lucky Star. It was the song Nenige de Reset, which was Tsukasa's solo character song. And it was such a cute little thing. And I remember writing an English version that I still really like, which is wild because when I look back on English versions that I did when I was in, I could have done that better. But
It's like the
I
fan
look back
fiction
on it
we wrote in
now.
middle school, right, people?
Yeah.
You're just like, oh.
yeah, exactly.
The nostalgia
And one
goggles
of
are
my
not
big-
kind.
God, you're right. And one of my other big inspirations with doing this kind of thing is that back when I was in middle school, I would look up fandubs on early YouTube, and I noticed how many people would do them with beautiful voices. They had wonderful singing voices, but their lyrics were not good.
Mm-hmm.
They did not sound natural, and they were like direct translations that they were trying to sing.
Mm.
And so a lot of it wouldn't fit into each line. A lot of it was clunky, and I thought, your voice sounds wonderful, but your lyrics are a translation and nothing more.
Yeah.
Not that there's like no merit in like a direct translation. They're useful to have, but to sing one like exactly as is doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
If you want it to like make it sound natural. So that's what I started doing. I thought, I want to help these people. I know my voice isn't the best. I know I'm not a good singer, but I know but I have confidence in how I work with lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, you start somewhere, you know?
Yeah, exactly. When I bring up Hitalia, by the way, I have
Hitalia, go
a
ahead.
little interesting story regarding that. So I did a bunch of Hitalia songs. One of them is still, I don't want to say haunts me. That's not the right word.
Oh, no.
It's more like, it's still, how should I put it? If I left any kind of influence, one.
Oh my gosh.
I wrote an English version of the song Pub and Go,
Oh my gosh.
which was, for those who don't know, Hitalia is about personified countries. I'm sure we all know this by now. But the character song for the character that represented the United Kingdom, I wrote an English version of one of his songs, and people seem to like it a lot. So a lot of people did covers of it using,
Oh my gosh.
and they're still on YouTube to this day.
Oh my gosh.
There was this one guy who did a cover, and that's the one that blew up, but he didn't like credit me properly. He credited me, but just not properly.
Oh.
And so people would go to my DeviantArt because I would post these lyrics on DeviantArt. And they'd say, "Oh, you're that guy, right?" I'm like, "No, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm me."
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But people would continue to like cover with the lyrics that I adapted, and I thought, "Oh my god, people like it."
Yeah. That's like gotta be so surreal when you're like, where is this getting everywhere?
I know I don't really use DeviantArt anymore, but I'll occasionally look at stats, and I realize that is still the most looked at and the most commented on thing that I've ever posted on DeviantArt.
That's so funny.
Like, wow, for better or worse.
Hetalia of all things.
Italia of all things. Like, maybe just for the pure hell of it, I'll cover it.
Do it. You're like,
Just
original
for
by me!
nostalgia. Like, you ready for a little 2010s nostalgia, you guys?
Hey, man, I know some friends that did a Hetalia Idol Festival performance like a couple weeks ago. So,
what?
like, yeah.
Oh my god! I would actually love to see that.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Wow.
I know.
Oh my god.
I have,
And-
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as for process, I probably should have
Yeah.
uploaded a video of this, but I'm sure I'll post it on my Blue Sky at some point later. But what my process looks like, I will look up literal translations, because I don't do the translating myself because I do not have enough confidence in that. Like, I'm not fluent in Japanese. I don't know a whole lot of kanji. I can pronounce, I can read hiragana and katakana, and I know a lot of useful words and phrases from taking 3 semesters, but I'm not an expert. So sometimes I'll look up multiple English translations to cross-reference. And then what I'll do is I'll print it out. I'll just print out a physical copy of an English translation. Sometimes include the Romaji lyrics to help me like keep on track. But what I'll do is I'll just carry it around with me and like physically write on my paper as I'm looking at the translation, and I'll write down little notes of synonyms and different rhyme ideas and how to make the rhymes work. If you ever see it at the end of a project, like, it'll be a completely messed up piece of paper by the end of the project. Like,
got
so
notes
many
scribbled
like
on
dusty so many scribbles, so many lines crossed out, so many like pencil marks.
Oh my gosh.
I remember like someone was asking about my process for writing an English version of Champagne Gold from like, and I saw like a little like stain on one of them. Like, so embarrassing.
Oh no.
But you asked for my process. Like, there you go, warts and all.
Oh my gosh. It's more charming that way. It's more like authentic, you know?
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. I used to edit fanfic, like when I would write fanfic and then I would go edit it later, I would print it out to edit it. So I kind of get you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes just writing it down is easier.
Exactly. I think a little better when I have like it as a physical thing in front of me. Also, I'll look up rhyming dictionaries.
Oh, I love rhyming dictionaries. Yeah.
Rhymezone.com.
Oh my
Rhymezone.com.
Yeah, it is.
Your list of rhyming words is the bomb.
Yeah. I am agreeing with YouTube comment. It is incredible that you're able to organize all your ideas into a fluid set of lyrics. And I think it's nice that like you do know a little bit of Japanese, so it can help you like inform some of your choices too. Like
Yeah.
if there's nuance or something to a translation, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's cool. Do you want me to play one of your covers?
Yeah.
Do you want me to play both of them or just one of them?
Oh, for the pure hell of it.
Okay. All right. Let me music off.
You can pick the one you want to play first.
Oh, it helps if I turn this off. There we go. Boop. We'll do Melty Kitchen first. Yay! So cute. So cute.
I've got you on my mind with recipes I find as I get the bowl where everything goes. I see you in my dream of sugar and whipped cream, so I'll put them all right in here. Though it's the early phase, I've had a little taste. Now a chocolate mustache is under my nose. I'm so handy making candy like a real chocolatier, and I really like how that goes. When I start having my doubts and I don't know what to say, I just remember what I love about you. When I see you smile, you make my day. You're so good to me, and I want to tell you with a treat that's as sweet as you are.
So cute.
I feel the love in the air, and it's leading the way, because all over the world, yes, all over the world, it's Valentine's Day. Yay! We're like little bunnies, busy little bunnies. We can be a lovable bunch. I know I might grow fluffy ears and a little cottontail. You make me feel so funny, make me feel so sunny. Thank you so very much. And I know I could have easily bought it, but I made you this homemade chocolate. When you eat this salty sweetness, it might just be a little bit magical, because it's full of this bunny's kisses and love. Hope I'm not being too shy, but I made it special for you, so give it a try.
So cute.
Thank you.
I love it.
Give it a try.
Bunnies.
We love rabbits in this
You're
house.
like-
We love rabbits in this house.
Literally everything in this video, me. You're like, I'm just gonna let y'all know. Like,
Can I just say something real quick
Yes!
about the working on the lyrics for Melty Kitchen?
yeah.
Like, for
of
those who
course.
don't know the original, like, they use sound effects in the chorus part,
Yeah.
like da 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 pyong pyong, da 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 pyong pyong, usagi de gozaimasu. I'm like, oh my god, I want that rhyme. I want there to be a rhyme.
Yes.
There needs to be a rhyme there, and I don't know what. Because at first, so my go-to rhyme whenever there's like a pion pion kind of sound effect is like hop hop,
Mhm.
because like that's what it tends to translate to, and also it's the same number of syllables. Like I did that when I did drops from Hitmine. But the more I played around with it, I'm like, huh, we're like little bunnies, busy little bunnies. Sometimes I'll switch the positions of lines
Yeah.
to see if it works better somewhere else,
Yeah.
and then just sort of bring it
Sense.
around and connect it somehow. I don't know if I'm making any.
No, I do.
But-
I get it. I get it. I hope the audience gets it too, because I get what you're saying. Yeah, because like sometimes, as long as you catch, like, the thing about it being a like a transliteration kind of a thing versus a translation is like
Right.
you have to make the entire meaning show up. You know,
Right.
and it doesn't
Right,
have
it's
to be
not
in
about a-
exactly the same order, and it doesn't have to be in exactly like word for word, punch for punch, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get it. It doesn't. I'm not aiming for it to be like a literal one-to-one thing.
Yeah.
I'm aiming it for to get the general meaning of the song, the general theme, and what they're going for. Rabbits, like the band Rabbits from Ensemble Stars, their whole thing is cuteness.
Cute.
Their whole
Exactly.
thing is being cute.
Yeah.
And that song, Melty Kitchen, it's about White Day. What can I do with that?
Yeah.
When I was playing the English version of the game, I'll occasionally glance at the top corner.
At the lyrics,
At
yeah.
the lyrics, even though I'm playing a rhythm game.
You can look at them in the MV mode. It's a little more convenient.
I know, but I think about lyrics a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I know we were talking about eccentric party night a little earlier,
Yes.
but like when I was like lately during my commutes to and from work, I've been thinking about maybe doing an English party night, and just the rhymes that I come up with in my head as I listen to it, like especially with songs like that have English bits in them already.
Mm-hmm.
I love thinking about how to tie those back.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's like an unconventional type of thing for a native English speaker.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in Eccentric Party Night, Wataru ends a sentence with "funny dream," and I thought about like how would I make that work? We're indulging in a funny. I thought, okay, that works. That works.
Yeah. And there's
Anyway,
always those
it's a
like
little
there's
random.
always those things that like there's kind of like loan words, but then they have like a different meaning in Japanese. Yeah, that'll get you every time.
That's excellent.
You did
But yeah,
another.
play the next one.
Do the next one, yeah. Okay, here we go, guys. This is my song. This is my song. It's literally my song. This video is so fun.
That got his way to go. I'll be around when you feel moody and life's got you down. I promise I'll turn your frown upside down. Don't worry, I'll be there for you. Don't worry, I'll
It's my
hurry
favorite
and be
one,
there for you. So everyone, turn up the volume, I'll turn up the fun. So get your friends and your dad and your mama. You wanna stop feeling so blue and optimistic. You might have a day that feels a little dull. Change your perspective a little when it's all stop and go. Stay on the go. If you wanna smile, let it show. Oh, gather around 'cause everyone is laughing with you. Everybody around the world, we're all laughing too. You got the energy and that's alright. So give yourself the time to play. Gather around with everyone, we'll party all night. Gather around with everyone so we hit morning light. We've all got something we can celebrate. It's great to see you today. The weather's pretty gray. I think it's been a while since I last saw the sunshine on your smile. I'll clear the clouds away so we can all see a clear blue sky. Gather around 'cause everyone is laughing with you. Everybody around the world, we're all laughing too. You've got the energy
My
and
favorite
that's
Mama
right. So give yourself the time to play. Gather around
Best
with
song to
everyone,
come
we'll
out of the
party
anime
all
song.
night. Gather around with everyone so we hit morning light.
Even it with the
We've all got
bagpipes.
something we can
the bagpipes.
celebrate. It's great to see you
That's my
today. Live in the moment.
I
and you'll
think
be
everyone was like,
right. It's great to
bagpipes.
see you
Like,
today.
you're like, oh wait, hold on.
Celebration all over the world.
That has got his way to go.
Even Scotland.
Yay! Yay! Yippee!
I'm so glad people like that one. Like,
Yes,
that's
it's
my
so good.
favorite OnStars song. One of my absolute favorites. Spotify will tell you differently.
Spotify will tell you differently.
Spotify will. Is,
Is
as far
Spotify
as
lying?
Spotify knows, my favorite OnStars unit is Nights. But that's not necessarily true.
Spotify knows which song is my favorite OnStar song. It does know. It's Eccentric Party Night. Yep.
But yeah, like, I really wanted to do Yukai Tsukai That's Alright for such a long time. And I'm so glad I did something with it.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
But I knew it would be a bit of a challenge, especially because of the chorus.
Yeah, the chorus is
um,
kind of crazy.
I thought, okay, I have to use some really interesting repetition. And also in the Japanese version, he uses like a little sound effect, not sound effect, like not enunciation, vocalization. Like he does a ta da 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 da, the ta da da sound.
Yeah.
Like, ta-da-da-da, sekai ga waratte ru. I can't sing, but yeah, he makes that little sound, and I thought, do I want to include that? And I decided, as you can see, no, I did not include that, but I'm going to include the repetition still.
Yeah.
And make it fit.
Yeah.
And I made it work, and I'm glad
you
I
did.
did.
No, I really love how smooth it is. Like it's very flowy.
Like one of my biggest worries when it comes to doing adaptations, because a lot of it I'm up in my own head, and I think, does this sound natural to like a native English speaker? One of my philosophies and visions when it comes to adaptation is, can I show the final product to someone who's never heard the original before?
Yeah.
And if they say this sounds fine, then it's like, great, I did my job.
Yeah. It's like, it's got to be kind of its own thing at that point. It has to be
exactly.
Kind of its own,
I want it to be able to stand on its own.
Exactly. I think that's a good goal, honestly, because
thank you.
Like, I think that makes it a little more accessible too, of course, for, you know, like the people who do watch a lot of dubs, or the people who are more familiar with maybe some of your other works, or like whatever the situation may be. You know, it's like it's a little more accessible when it's in a language that you speak, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of, like, especially idol anime fans, like, oh, don't dub it. I'm like, okay, but they're probably not going to dub the music.
Yeah, they're not going to
so
dub the music, exactly.
And you don't have to watch a dub of an anime if you don't want it. They're not taking the original away from you, sweet.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
You're not being held at gunpoint to watch the dub.
But the thing is, if they did dub the music, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. And like,
have you heard of a show called Nerima Daikon Brothers?
I have heard of it.
It's a music anime, and they dub all the songs.
No kidding.
The opening, the ending, the insert songs, they dub all of it. And they do it amazingly. It's a comedy anime, so they can get away with it, but it's not impossible, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there was a lot of like earlier music anime, they would dub the songs. Like, I think they did at least some of them for Beck.
What? Really? Oh.
I want to say, I can't remember now. That's one of my favorite. Oh, it's a good story.
I need to see Beck fully. I know
you
the opening hit in America.
To see it, and
I do.
Need to read the manga, because the manga's really good too. And the manga has an entire second arc.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, there's a whole arc that's not, like, the ending is different than the end of the anime, and then there's a whole nother arc of, like, high drama, like, high drama.
Really?
But there's a couple of characters in it that are really good, so, yeah. I love Beck! If you haven't watched Beck, or listened to it, guys, listen to the music from it, like, we love a good music anime.
Yeah.
Didn't they dub the songs for Given? Am I crazy? Did they dub the songs for Given?
I would love to know if they did. I want to Given, and I've seen only a little bit of Given. I know as a self-proclaimed Fujo, it's sacrilege to say that I haven't seen Given.
I haven't seen it either. I've only seen like a couple episodes.
See it together one day.
Yeah, we'll have to watch party.
Yeah.
We need. Oh god, I need to have so many watch parties, honestly, because I'm so behind on everything. Oh god, I'm behind in anime. I want to have an OnStars dub watch party, honestly, like big time.
Please get me in on that.
Please. I will drag you kicking and screaming to watch it with me. Don't
threaten me with a good time.
There's an anime convention that is like, it's not near me. It's like 3 hours away, but it's one of the dub voice actors for OnStars is going to be there, and it's one that I really want to meet, and I'm just like, no, I want to go. I can't go, but I want to go.
Which actor or which character did they play?
She's actor.
Really? Oh my god!
I want to be him. I want to be like, hi, I'm #1 Shuitsuki stan. #1 sane Shuitsuki stan. Anyway, there's some people that are unhealthy about him, but it's okay. That's good for them. Good for them. You do what you gotta do, sweetheart. You know.
Oh my god. I'll never forget him saying, "Oh, the real Valkyrie." Later. I'm like, oh, this flamboyant man.
Look, we love a good fruit salad. We love a good fruit salad.
Him.
I love Shuitsuki.
Yes.
Camp.
So my one critique about the delivery of that line in the OnStar dub is I wish he said au revoir.
Yeah.
He speaks French. Well, he likes France. I don't know.
He's a. Have you seen people call him a weeaboo? Like OUI weeaboo. Yes.
Oh yeah,
like
we.
Like we. Yeah, he's a weeaboo. I love it when people call Shu that. I'm like, yeah, tracks. Which, like, okay, let me talk about the biggest missed opportunity in Ensemble Stars, okay? Shu needs to be friends with Ira.
God, you're right.
Because Ira is part French. Like, hello?
He needs to be one of those people who's like, oh my god, have you seen the Mona Lisa in the flesh? And Ira's like, dude, no, not all of it. Do you eat baguettes every day? Do you eat croissants every day? Do you eat frog legs and escargot every day? I'm sorry.
Shu is like, yes, I do. What's wrong with that? He's like delicious frog legs every day of his life.
Amazing.
I just know it in my heart. He does eat. How many stories does he have about croissants? Like, let's be real.
Oh my god.
He has so many stories, like idol stories that are about croissants, and I'm just like, Shu, calm down with the bread. The carbs in that man's life. It's fine. It's fine. Next question, exactly. All right. So, any upcoming songs or projects that you want to talk about before we move on to your art section? Yeah, and then we'll talk about your zines and stuff too. So,
music stuff that I have in the pipe. I'm doing a couple of collabs with my buddy Aki Slayer. They are in the chat. I love and adore them. Hello. We do a couple of rap covers together. One of them is Scarface by Mad Trigger Crew.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that song so much. It's very have you heard it?
It's been a while, but yeah, I've heard it.
It's very like Latin beats, and that's one of the things I love about it. It's like very Carlos Santana type influence. Like, oh my god, this is so smooth. And Aki Slayer and I wrote an English version of it to perform at the Idol Lounge at Katsucon.
Oh.
And we've only ever like performed it rather than have like an actual recording, like an audio only recording. So that's something I want to try to do.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited to see that actually.
And there's another thing that we're currently working about on. I don't know if it's a secret. Friend, please tell in chat if it's secret or not.
Please, we
that
need
we
you.
Just talked about before this started. Please let me know. But another thing that I'm trying to do. I tried to do it in time for the character's birthday, but the song "Champagne Gold" from Hitman. It's such a banger. I performed it at Katsu Idol Lounge back in 2024. And the crowd really loved it. There's a lot of call and response there, mostly like the champagne call thing.
Oh, it's cute. Yeah.
And oh my god, I love performing that song so much. It's such a fun one. Okay, they said it's not a secret. Go off, Queen. Thank you. Okay, So there's a song by Daisy Iwasaki called Scream. So Daisy Iwasaki is a Japanese rapper who's collaborated a lot with what is it? Fake Type.
Oh, okay.
You've heard of Fake Type?
Yeah.
Either they're collaborators or he's a member of Fake Type. I don't remember which. But he has a song called Scream, which is performed by 3 Japanese rappers. And it's such a banger. And Aki Slayer suggested, would you like to cover this? I'm like, wow, this song screams
You're
a lot.
like, please?
Yeah. And I was like, I like this a lot. This is good. And so lately I've been listening to it on repeat. Like, I know it's June, but I have a prediction at the end of the year Spotify is going to tell me this was in your top 5. I'm like, that's...
Oops. You ruined your
happens when I'm
Spotify
working on
Wrapped.
songs I wanna top. Yup.
Oh no.
And so like we're trying to write our own version of it that's more like self-insert. So we're using our own lyrics in combination with lyrics that are already in the original song. And we're using a combination
cool.
and we're using a combination of English and Japanese.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
That is really cool. Yeah.
So I'm working on those and 2 others that I'm working on that I've what's stopping me is like the video part because I want there to be a video element and I'm a perfectionist.
That's fair. That's
you
fair.
know the song Kawaii? Do you know the song Kawaii Kute Gomen by
Yeah.
Honeyworth?
Yeah.
In 2020. So I wrote a rap cover of that.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I want to like make a really good recording. Well, I already made a decent recording of it, but I want to have a video to go along with it. And I want to make it before I start hating the recording.
Oh no. That's fair. Like you hear it enough times and you're like, well, this is awful.
Yup.
So I have every time we record something, I'm like, well, okay.
And my final work in progress that's in the pipe is something super indulgent. And I was hoping for it to be a collaborative thing, but I couldn't find anyone like willing to like understand the assignment. Not understand the assignment.
Yeah.
More like I feel like this was a little too niche even for like the nerdcore community.
Oh no.
Which is insane because the nerdcore rap community does niche things all the time.
Yeah,
like,
right?
Are you familiar with the nerdcore rap community at all?
A little bit, just because we have some big nerdcore rappers that go to the con that I work for and perform every year, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
By any chance, is Matt Nauseum one of them?
Does that sound familiar?
You know? He did a rap about Kamen Rider that I'm very, very fond of.
Kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah, she did 2 raps about Kamen Rider now that I think.
Oh my god.
But in the nerdcore rap community, they do these really interesting things called ciphers, and they'll often be themed. One of my favorite ciphers is called Beasts of Anime, and so it'll be multiple performers, and they'll each take on a role, and they'll rap their verses sort of about or from the perspective of that character.
Oh, okay.
In the one that I'm talking about, they did characters like Lucario from Pokemon, Sergeant Frog from Sergeant Frog, and like the panda from Jujutsu Kaisen, and it just went on one after another. Also, Agretzko was in that one. Agretzko.
Amazing.
So good.
Amazing.
And Another example was like there was a Muppets themed cipher
No kidding.
that I saw recently. I thought, oh my god, there's ciphers about anything and everything, and I can't get like someone who really understands what I'm trying to do yet.
Oh no.
So the project that I'm trying to do is a kind of sort of self-insert cover of the song "All I Do Is Win" by DJ Khaled.
Okay.
However, I want to make it about gacha games.
Oh, that's cute.
Thank you.
I like that. That's a fun idea.
So I made it about gacha games, and specifically like the Josei Muke gacha games. So I have lyrics that reference things like On Stars and Hit Mike and Twisted Wonderland. And I just kind of wanted it to be like a bragging song about like winning all the cards you want in a gacha game.
That's cute. Oh my
Even
God.
though I'm not like that at all.
Even though I have terrible luck, I would support you.
Thank you. I just wanted to sort of be like a bit of a silly bragging song about like, like, you know how rap the stereotypical image of rap is like, yeah, I get all these women. But in this case, it's like, I get all these men and they're
all these boys, and my pockets cannot hold all these pixel men.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, look at all these 2D boys. I cannot freestyle, which would be insane, but I'm a little too neurodivergent to not plan.
Yeah, that's fair. That's cool. I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be wild.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's supposed to be like for 3 people. So what I did instead, I guess as a placeholder, was also make it a mashup. So I did my verses, and then the chorus happened. And then you start hearing Crazy Roulette from, and then the Gamble Hit Mike, and then the song ends.
Oh my gosh.
I'll play it for you someday.
Yeah, obviously going to be very excited about that.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Good song choices too, honestly. Yes, pork chop for the win in YouTube says 2D boys 5 ever. Correct. Correct, pork chop, correct. All right. Well, moving on then. Since we talked about your upcoming stuff, I want to talk about your art too, because you had mentioned that you wanted to discuss that too, and I am just gonna play my lovely carousel of your art and artistic projects.
Thank you.
But what got you started doing art? Have you always been like into drawing and stuff like that, or?
Oh, always.
Always. I wish I'd started young. I wish I'd started very young drawing, but now I'm like, am I too late to catch up? I love seeing cute art, and your art style is so like warm.
Oh, thank you.
It's very warm and squishy in like a good way.
I'm very happy to hear that. I like one of the things I enjoy drawing is like different body types. And something I've been told, especially about one of my characters from my comic directions, is like, he's so squishy and I want to hug him. Good, that was the idea.
That was the idea, yeah. Squishy. Cute.
But so the comic that I have showcased at the start of the carousel was actually, this year is actually the 10-year anniversary of that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's called Directions, spelled D-E-R-E, Directions, which is a bit of a pun, because the comic is supposed to be, it's what I call a informational rom-com.
Oh.
Because it's supposed to explain like the 4 main dere types, like tsundere and yandere, etc.
Uh-huh.
And the way I explained it within the comic was I had a little write-up about each character type, and I included examples from different media. And then I put a short 2-page comic about each one, and the protagonist was the same in each of the 4 comics.
Ah, it's like a little otome game.
Exactly.
That's
that was
cute.
the idea.
That's cute.
Thank you.
I love that.
It was also like, oh, thanks. It was also very indulgent in the sense that it was a little bit of a love letter to my middle school self.
Aw.
Because back then, like, well, I still really love shoujo. Who am I kidding? I love pretty anime boys. Let's be real.
Good.
And I loved shoujo manga and reading stuff like Fruits Basket and Warren Host Club. And I always knew as a young black girl, like, do I not get to have adventures like these? It always felt like because of my darker skin, I would never be seen as attractive or beautiful to even though this was like fictional stuff, like to someone like this. Because that's what I experienced in real life outside of, you know, being a manga fan. So that's why I would, like, you know, draw self-insert stuff.
Yeah.
And
makes sense.
So when I drew this comic, I thought, I know I want the protagonist girl to be a black girl. And it just it was a little healing for me to be able to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just had a good time with it. It was indulgent, and that was the point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's the point, right?
Yep.
The point is sometimes you have to write a love letter to your younger self and give them all the things that they wanted out of the world that the world didn't give them, because you're older now and you're allowed to do that. So
exactly.
You're allowed to do that. Yeah. Absolutely. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that's great. I think it's important too, like, because, like, I know we've talked a little bit about this just in a random conversation, but, like, representation is so important. Like you said that, you know, when you were younger, you felt like that wasn't a reflection of your reality, right? You know, like, I can't get my fairy tale hot guy or whatever, you know, whatever, or my big adventures, or be a princess. They're like, I mean, it's different. It's gonna be different for every kid, you know, but definitely feeling like different or not valued in that regard is, like, it's a big problem. It's a really big problem. And I get really excited when I do see stuff like this where it is, you're sitting here, you're saying self-indulgent. I'm over here and I'm like, no, you, like, some little girl is gonna see this and be like, oh my gosh, I can get an otome gay boyfriend too. You know, like,
exactly.
And that's what matters. It's like you put that out there, and you may think it's self-indulgent for you, but there's gonna be somebody else that you're gonna touch with that art, you know, and speak to their inner child, or speak to their experience in life, or even speak to, maybe they are still a kid and they're young and they're seeing like these A3 characters like this, you know, like with the fun hairstyles and everything like that. That's like not exactly the same, but it's a representation, and it's like, yeah, exactly. If you feel like something is underrepresented, chances are someone else out there feels exactly the same. Exactly, Steve Lloyd. Thank you. Yeah. And it's not, I don't think it's worth not being self-indulgent in that regard. I think go for it and full sell it and have a great time with it, because it's art. It's good when art speaks to you like that. I don't know. I'm a pretty big proponent of, like, supporting artists and paying artists and making sure that artists, like, are valued, because some people are like, oh no, I just drew this for me, and I'm like, no, let us give you money. You know,
When
By
I
the way,
first
guys,
drew
send
that
Mouna a
comic,
coffee or else. as I said on Blue Sky, send a coffee, not to me, or else.
when I first drew that comic, it was in 2015, and I drew it specifically to debut at the Expo in Bethesda, Maryland.
Oh wow.
So for those who don't know, the Small Press Expo is like the biggest indie comics expo in the country. And are you familiar with like the indie comic scene at all, Ascella?
Not the comic scene as much. I have a friend that draws a fairly successful comic, and by fairly successful, I mean like very successful. But I try not to like lean on that or anything because I don't want to be like, oh, you're a clout chaser. I'm not. I've just known this person for many years because they live in my area. So yeah, and they go to the same cons I go to, so that's how I know them. But yeah, I know a little bit, and then my spouse Finn used to work in publishing before I knew them, before I met them. So I've heard a little bit of stories about like small publishers, niche genre publishers. They did like sci-fi and stuff like that. So yeah, like smaller press. Yeah.
So for those who in the audience who may not be as like familiar with the small press scene or the indie comics world, the Small Press Expo is, imagine an artist alley at a con, but there's no cosplay.
It's the whole con. The whole con is the artist alley.
The whole con is the artist alley, and there's little to no fan. Everyone is just selling works about their OCs. Or maybe memoirs, comic memoirs. I'd say the most comparable, I don't know, maybe the most comparable event would be Comic-Cat in Japan.
Okay.
Maybe, even though like there's a huge fan art presence at Comic-Cat from what I understand.
Yeah,
because,
yeah. The doujinshi market and stuff, yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be like a kind of sort of comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, at SPX, people are selling and displaying and showcasing all their original works for the most part. And if it is fan art, it'll be in the form of a comic like a doujinshi. Because there are doujinshi makers in America that just...
Yeah.
And so I made this comic to debut at the Small Press Expo, which is called SPX for short, to debut in 2015. I remember having a mental breakdown because I thought that I wouldn't finish in time.
Oh no.
So I did what I do best. I went on my Facebook page and not my public page, but like I went up on my Facebook profile and said, "Hey, would anyone be able to help me out?"
Oh no.
I'm a person in need. Would anyone be able to help me with the flatting?
Oh my god.
I'm not sure I'll get this done in time, but I'd really like to. It'd be pretty neat.
Sometimes it takes an army. It's fine.
Oh, for real. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it did get done.
Yeah. Were you... Yeah, go ahead.
I was really proud of it. And after a year had gone by after I had released it, two really interesting positive experiences came out of it. One, a friend came out to me because of it.
Aww.
Like, realizing that one of the characters I drew was kind of their type.
Aww.
And they were kind of coming to terms with that. And I thought, wait, really? Wow. Thank you.
That's cool.
But also, congratulations, friend.
Right?
And the other positive experience... Actually, this positive experience had to do with the exact same character.
Oh, no.
The green one, Dandere. He's the one with the green hair, the scarf, the glasses. I got a few comments saying like, I've never seen like a love interest with this kind of body type before. I thought, oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I am also glad that story ended with I got assistance and not I crunched like crazy without sleep. Exactly.
And I'm bad at asking for help. I'm horrible at asking for help. I will not lie.
That's fair.
So sometimes, unfortunately, it'll be at times where it's like, okay, maybe I should ask for help, and I don't like that I'm doing so. But I'm trying to get better at like asking people for help and doing so early on before it gets to breakdown point.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and sort of related to the music part. So this comic included 4 playlists. I made a playlist for each of the Dede boys.
Okay.
So I found music to like correspond with their character types. And I like making playlists as a challenge. Like if someone gave me a theme and I just try to make a playlist around it. So for this, I tried to find like songs that suited each type, but for the most part, English language songs, so it would be more understandable to a newer audience. And also I posted the playlist on 8tracks.com, which is now shut down.
Yeah, I remember that website.
I loved that website.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that it's not around anymore.
Right?
And so there were QR codes at the start of the book that led to 8tracks.com.
Oh my gosh.
Like now I'm trying to mirror them on Spotify, but and YouTube, but still, 8tracks just hit different. It really did.
Yeah.
Also, as a result of looking for songs to try to fit each Dede type, you know the song "Shut Up and Dance" by the Moon?
No, I hate that song. I hate that song. Have you not seen the English OnStars ad that uses that song?
I have.
Kill me.
I think, is this a fever dream? Is this a fever dream? What's happening?
Like, make
why
it stop.
Why am I seeing Shu in the song "Shut Up and Dance" by Walk the Moon with Ensemble Stars? What is happening?
It's messed up.
It's hilarious.
Anyway, it made me hate that song, so.
The reason I bring it up is because when someone suggested, like, why don't you use the song "Shut Up and Dance," I mean, wait, this could be interpreted as a tsundere song if you think about it.
It could. You're so right.
Like, if you just adjust the perspective just a little bit.
Yeah.
And the context. Like, someone saying, shut up and dance. Like, no, shut up. Dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is a tsundere song, and no one can convince me other.
That's so funny. Oh my god. And you've done, like, I know, you've done other zine stuff, that we're gonna kind of get around to. We can definitely jump forward to that. But was there anything else you wanted to say about, any of the other art in here, like the A3 art and the hit mic art?
Yes, so I've participated in the Blacktober challenge, since it started. The only year I skipped was, like, year because I had just moved to a new place and I was like overwhelmed and busy. But like I participated in Blacktober for many years and I had a great time with it. And for those who don't know, the idea, the whole point behind the Blacktober tag is one, showcasing Black artists within like fandom communities as well as OC artists as well. And also to like, okay, this is how I interpret it anyway and why I participate, but it's supposed to pose a challenge to people who are looking at the art. This is a little like philosophical, I guess, but I want to use my Blacktober art as a way to challenge the viewer.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fair.
Like, I want the viewer to address their biases. Like, if this makes you uncomfortable, I want you to ask yourself why.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, I realize it's colorism.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of the time. And people not wanting to address, like, that mixed race people exist and deserve a place in these pieces of media just as much as anything else. And also a lot of viewers not really coming to terms with the fact with their biases.
Yeah.
Especially regarding dark skin in respect to beauty standards. Because in a lot of the media that I like, it features characters that are lighter skinned because they're seen as pretty. And darker skin is either like seen as exotic or only reserved for like not bad characters, but like characters that are considered badasses or like delinquents or misunderstood and that kind of thing. And I'm thinking, why can't the character who is shy have like darker skin in a piece of animated media, especially in anime and manga? Why is that only reserved for fair-skinned characters? There's a lot of baggage in this, and we know the answer, really.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately,
that's why I do this.
Yeah,
I want to challenge the viewer, and in fact, I was actually a little bit nervous about showcasing them in the stream, but I thought, no, this is important.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because I think people that get mad about it are either being a horrible person, right? Or they're missing the point. You know? Like,
right.
I think art is allowed to challenge you. I think it's very important that art can be both representative and also try to tell you a little something, you know? Like, it can... I love the A3s, especially Yuki's. I love Yuki's hair, actually.
Thank you!
I love the little brain. They're so cute. But
funnily enough, he's the only one who I drew for Blacktober that was like, at that point, it's like everyone has locks except for Yuki.
Yeah, you're just like, oops.
Big shrug. I guess it just happened.
You're like, there's my unconscious bias towards hairstyles. Get good, people.
I used to have locks as a kid, and so
cute.
Something about that made me like, you know what? You get locks. You get locks. You.
Everybody gets locks.
Everybody gets locks. Especially my one of Shuichi from Gravitation.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah.
Shuichi
So
was my
good.
first cosplay. Shuichi was my first cosplay
No
in like
kidding!
middle school.
Oh my gosh.
And I had locks at the time, so I thought this is a little ode to my younger self.
That's cute. Oh my god. Just there's a non-zero number of people that I know that he was their first cosplay.
Oh, Gravitation up in here.
Non-zero number of underage people cosplaying Gravitation.
Oh.
We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. It's like when you go to a con and kids are wearing they're like 12 and they're like, I like Has-Been Hotel. And I'm like, oh god, no.
That's what happened with like Dramatical Murder.
Yeah, a Dramatical Murder too. Yeah, you'll get some teenager and they're like wearing Alba and I'm like, do they know?
They probably do,
They
and it's
probably
not stopping
do,
them.
but their parents don't.
Their parents don't know, and I thought, no, Please.
Yeah.
And if you're doing this, don't display it publicly.
Yeah, I'm just like, do you remember like being stealth about that when you were? Yeah. Anyway, like if I was in a place I wasn't supposed to be or doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, I shut up about it. You know?
Yep.
But you know, I guess we all have different experiences.
Oh, I see in the Twitch chat, Steven is saying he likes the art with the musical notes flying through the air.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, so that was for a zine that I was part of called Loop. And the very simple concept of the zine was illustrate one of your favorites. And the song that I chose was from like 2009 or 10. It was the song Magic by B.O.B. featuring Rivers Cuomo from Weezer.
Oh my gosh.
It was a rap song with a little bit of the lead vocalist from Weezer.
Oh my god.
Do you know that song?
I feel like I've heard it before.
Probably
but it's
have.
probably been a minute.
I got the magic in me.
Oh yeah. I know that song, yeah.
Yeah, that song. So I drew a little illustration around that. And the background of, I don't draw backgrounds a lot, but I actually base the background off what Washington, D.C. looks like in the springtime.
Oh, that's cool.
There are cherry blossoms all over the place, and the petals get onto the water of the tidal basin, and it's really pretty.
Wow, I want to go. I love cherry blossoms. Ever since I like saw them in person, I'm like, nope, a little obsessed.
It's wonderful.
Low-key obsessed. Yeah, I just love all of these, and I hope you continue to do the Blacktober excitement because I will retweet all of it and make people.
I haven't finished doing my OnStars ones yet.
Oh, you have OnStars ones? Hold on.
Yes, I do. Like, I have Tatora and Shinobu in
Unfortunately, our friendship is now over because you did not put them in the... I'm just kidding.
I only have them in sketch form right now.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll give you that one.
Who do I have? I have Shu. I wanted to do Shu.
Oh, Shu.
Also, someone requested that I do Ida and had canon him as like part Haitian. And I thought, wait, I love that. Actually, I love that. Because like Haiti is like a French-speaking like majority Black country. I thought, wait, that's actually a really cool interpretation. I like that.
Yeah, that's smart. Sometimes people have bigger brains than we do, and we just have to go with the flow, you know? We can't, we must continue to provide service to the masses in the form of, in your case, wonderful art.
Thank you.
I love it. I love Ramada too. Ramada's my other favorite one in this, just because I love the hair. The hairstyle is so, like, bouncy.
Thank you!
I feel like he looks like he's about to, like, bounce out of the frame, you know? Like, in a positive way. In a very Ramada way. A man does not stand still.
Exactly, he does not.
He doesn't know how to stand still.
Pion, pion, pion.
Pion, pion, pion. How many times have we said pion in this stream? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't anybody make a digest clip of us saying pion, please.
There's a one of my favorite things about the Blasian design I did of Ramuda is like the little hair bobble.
Yes.
I thought I want those to be there because they'll look like a candy, and he carries candy around with him on.
Yes.
It's just a little too perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
I love it. Did you want to talk any more about like zines kind of stuff? Like
yes.
Yeah, and I know we wanted to get into the BlackLightSugar stuff as well. So is this a good transitional point, or would you like to discuss?
Yes, so I'd like to discuss a little about like the zines that I've done.
Yeah, definitely.
Traditional sense. So for those who may not like be as exposed to the traditional zine making scene, I've made a bunch of zines out of like printer paper, staples, and scissors. That's the process, and just printing them in black and white and distributing them for like $5, $1, or free. Sometimes I'll just trade them with people. I noticed that I actually did a panel about this for DC Zine Fest in 2020 when they had their remote online event. I did a panel about zine fan culture because I noticed that there's a bit of a divide and a shift when it comes to the definition of what a zine is.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of modern fan culture, I noticed like a lot of younger people will think when they hear the word fanzine, they think that it's a big produced thing, like perfect bound, full color, glossy, with merch and stretch goals and crowdfunding and this whole big to-do when it does not have to be that way.
Yeah.
And at that point, if it's that highly produced, they just tend to call it an anthology.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I feel like the whole point of zines at their core is the accessibility. The fact that anyone can make them, anyone can get them.
Yeah, I got really lucky and I got to be in 2 like zines that were made to be just printed on your printer at home and folded, like not even scissors, just folded. And like they had a little sheet of instructions on how to fold it and everything. And I literally got to do a zine. That's the only way that I will ever be able to do a zine. But it was, I did an A3 one and I did a Mahoyaku one.
Really?
Yeah, they were so fun.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was pretty good. It was pretty fun. I abused my Canva access a little bit, but
Canva's a godsend.
I love Canva. I hate that I love Canva.
Me too.
It's like Canva's gone over to using all the AI and stuff, and I'm like, no, Canva.
I accidentally used an AI gen project recently. I'm like, wait, that was AI.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They don't mark it. Like, you can't tell.
You have to like look close, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like for the most part, their assets are really good, but whenever they try to push the AI stuff, it's like, no, thank you.
Yeah. I wish you could turn it off. Honestly. It's like, I wish you could opt out of artificial intelligence existing, or what they refer to as AI now.
Exactly.
Which is just learning models. It's not really.
Right.
In this essay, I will, but.
But yes, when it comes to zines, I highly think just make. If you have an idea for a zine, it does not have to be. You can just maybe make it with a couple friends, but you don't need an application process. So, like, just get the paper, get your copy machine, make it with collage. Your art does not have to be polished.
Yeah.
Your art does not have to be polished.
Yeah.
You don't even have to draw anything if you don't want to. You can use clip art. You can like copy paste stuff. And like the Ensemble Stars zine that I made on 16 page. It was a 16-page zine that I made out of two sheets of paper. I put it together in Clip Studio Paint, and the theme was Ensemble Stars and rap music. It was, remember when I said that I'll making playlists is like a fun challenge for me? So in this case, the challenge was find rap songs for each unit.
I love that.
And like they have to be pre-existing rap songs that have nothing to do with Ensemble Stars.
Yes. Good.
So like I have an MIA song from Mam.
Oh my god.
I chose a song from the Spider-Verse soundtrack for Ryuseitai.
Oh, cute! I like that.
Yeah, it was a really fun challenge. And I only did it for 7 units in the first issue, and so I'm working on a second one.
Oh.
I don't know if you've heard of the rapper Baby No Money.
Yes, I think so.
So I chose one of his songs for 2 Wing.
Oh no, that's funny.
I thought so too. I thought, you know what? I can't not have Baby No Money. He's gonna appear no matter what I do.
Oh my god.
It's inevitable. I can't count it. Just go with the flow.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
But yeah, it was a fun challenge. For nights it's hard, especially because I kept circling back to a song by Shaggy. I'm like, that's a reggae, but it'll go in the honorable mention.
Honorable mentions. You're like, just for this one, I have an addendum. Here's a postscript.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, for that zine, I didn't draw anything myself. I just copy-pasted. And it was fun to make. It was very satisfying.
That is, yeah. It's like, I don't know, like, you can do pretty much anything for a zine. I mean, people, I think, really want to, like, limit themselves, but it's like, when I did the zines that I did, they basically said, you know, no rules, just pick a thing and do it. And so I did, like, one of the characters in Maho Yaku has this thing where he turns other characters into birds. So I made a little 2-pager with bird, like, Audubon bird art, but black and white.
Ooh.
That was like, here's all the birds he turned people into, and like assigned everybody a bird. I assigned everybody a bird that they got turned into. So yeah, it's like just dumb stuff like that. And then what did I do for A3? One of the ones I did for A3 was Azuma's beauty recommendations.
Ooh. I
So
trust
did,
him.
like, yeah, it was like about like beauty products and stuff like that. It was pretty cute.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like, so just to illustrate though, guys, seriously, for a zine, you don't have to go full produce shiny, whatever people think it is now. Like, you really can just do the old school way and have fun with it and not make it a big dramatic production. You can just sit down and scribble. Like, it's fun.
It breaks my heart when there are people who say, oh, I want to get into, but I can't afford it. It's like, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Go to a zine fest. Zines can cost like $5.
Yeah.
Not these like $30 big budget anthologies.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
I agree. I kind of wish my friend that was doing those zines still did zines, because those were so much fun.
They don't?
I don't think they do anymore. They just got really, really busy. Offline stuff. So it was so good. Hobbies are getting so expensive. It's great to encourage the old school stuff. Exactly. I actually saw, my god, I'm not going to talk about how I got on this topic, but somebody was talking about like old school Star Trek zines.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and there's like,
bless the fandom elders who wrote like Spurk fan fiction.
yeah, and like, did you know they've got like a wiki of this stuff that has like old zine stuff? I don't know what this wiki is, but it was really cool.
Ooh.
I was like, that is some crazy zine power going on. Like,
That is awesome.
it was pretty cool, and it was just really neat to see. You can go back to the roots, you know? Yeah, exactly. When I think of zines, I think of that, but I think that everyone else thinks of the big polished shiny ones. So I'm kind of like, okay. But then when you're like, no, real zines, I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, I want these young people who only know about zines of like these big crowdfunded huge books. I want to like hold their hand and take them to a zine fest.
Yeah.
Like, look at this stuff, isn't it neat?
Exactly. Oh my god.
Like, you will find something about a weird niche topic
Yes,
and it'll be awesome.
Like Zen said, and protest handouts that you get at punk shows.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I remember getting a zine about Altoid tins, and I treasure that so much.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of beautiful.
It was so beautiful. I treasure that zine about Altoid tins.
Oh my gosh. Was it like a historical retrospective? Like,
the title of the zine was All the Altoid Tins I've Ever This guy just collects Altoid tins. He collects them.
did he have the Altoid Sours tins? Those kind of slapped.
Yes, I think he did.
Oh my god.
He had like these Altoids that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
He had like a heart-shaped tin. He had like an apricot flavored Altoid set that doesn't exist anymore. The Air Force One Altoids, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Like, just all these strange Altoid tins that he collected throughout the years, and I thought, you're awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
I never thought I would learn anything about the history of these different Altoid tins. I never thought I cared until now.
But now you care a lot.
Exactly, because this person cared a lot.
Exactly. That's like the joy of it. Like, it's getting into something you don't know, you know, or like getting into a side of something that you do know that you didn't know about, or that you didn't like think about, because it's somebody else's 3 a.m. crazy brain weasel thought put on paper, you know? Like,
I get it.
yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. Well, I want to talk about some of the projects that you have done under BlackLightSugar, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Let me bob on over to boop next carousel. Tell us what BlackLightSugar is for the people who don't know who you are.
Yes.
The people who don't know what you're up to.
So BlackLightSugar Productions is my outlet for collaborative creativity, inspired by otome and idols, music, and fun things such as that. Our very first project was Hypnosis Mike fanzine. I kind of like shuffle between the words fanzine and anthology, even though I'd say it's both, but it was a charity project where all the art featured Hypnite characters, but they were recreating real-life album covers from rap, hip-hop, and R&B. So as y'all probably saw from the examples, those were some of the ones that I drew, like Sabuto posing as the Hamilton cover, Otome Tahoten as MIA, and my personal favorite, Samatoki, is Lamar. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
And the thing is, that's the idea that that made me want to do this project. I thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I drew Samatoki posed as like Kendrick's swimming pool? And then I kept getting all these other ideas of like Hypnite characters posing as these different album covers from rap. I thought, haha, wouldn't that be fun? And then I kept getting these ideas, and I thought, I cannot do all of them. I cannot possibly do all of them.
It's literally just your mashup brain working in overdrive.
Before I even started doing mashups.
It was your brain. It was already trying to take you down the path.
And the wildest thing about how I started this project is I opened up the interest poll for it only 2 months after getting into Hypnite.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I got into Hypnite in November of 2019.
Oh. Okay.
And then in early 2020, I got this project rolling.
That's so funny. No, it's delightful. If you guys haven't seen it, it's really good. It's still up somewhere, right?
Yes, at the moment it's free to download, but for all the like $4.
Yeah. It's really good, guys. Go. It's on the card, right? It's linked from
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so go read it, please. Oh my god, guys, it's so good.
Yeah, there's so many artists involved.
It's huge. Like, it's enormous.
Got about like 32 artists involved. And when I opened up applications for it, I said you don't have to do cosplay recreation. Nobody ended up submitting anything like that, but I was totally open to it. And so, yeah, this project went super well, and I'm still really proud of it. And through this project, I met one of my very good friends, who I still collaborate with to this day. I think they're still in the chat. Hey, as Insanity of Mochi do.
Yep.
Oh shucks, thank you.
Yeah.
What's funny is that as the project was going on, so we have a Discord server to discuss current projects as they're happening, and to keep in contact with all the contributors and artists and such. And we would also share art that we're working outside of it. So a certain someone posted covers of Hit Mike songs, English covers, and I thought, wait, people are actually doing Hit Mike covers in English?
Yeah.
I thought I was crazy for wanting to do that. Because at first I thought I love Hit Mike and I love the music, but I guess rap would be hard. But what if I did it anyway, though?
What if I did it anyway? Famous last words, but
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the people that really inspired that was Aki Slayer in the chat. Because I thought, wait, if they can do it, I can do it. And I really like how they, their presentation of it especially. It didn't have to be a fancy music video, but it could be something as long as it was complete. And I really liked how it was done. So yeah, shout out to them. They're one of my big inspirations.
Aww.
And now we collaborate a lot together on music projects. So BlackLightSugar's second project was an English cover of the song Battle, 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 again from Hypnosis Mike Division Rap Battle.
Guess what? I have a clip!
Yeah, we have a clip! Roll the clip!
Roll the clip. Wait, let me pause the music. Whoop, boop.
Asstellars here now, your rhymes ludicrous. I'm gonna shut you down. Don't act like I'm new at this. Your flow don't mean a lot to me. You might need an endoscopy to free myself of your disease and cancel the cacophony. Maybe give you surgery. You'll see it'll be a quick fix. Just to step up your lips, but take it slow. Stitch by stitch by stitch. And if you choose to struggle through it, I'll see you at the ICU.
OMFG, quit acting like you got this. You're honestly a hot mess. I won't deny it, no matter how you try it. You can't keep me quiet, cause I'll writhe and riot. And I'll cry out in the middle of the night. I'll be like, la da da da, annoying, right? I don't think you'll win this fight. So give up, call it a night.
My kill rate is high, but my patience is very low.
Worst case scenario, so I think you better go.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. No, I'm agreeing with chat that you do underestimate your own skills. Yup. You're way too humble for being as good at stuff as you are. I'm sorry. You're good.
Oh, good.
You're good. Yeah. I don't think any less amount of skill could have convinced me to spend however long I spent on the YouTube watching the mashups being like, wait, that's kinda good. My ADHD does not like that kind of attention span, okay?
Oh my god.
know it's good, and I need to watch the full battle because I haven't seen it yet. I did not watch that yet. I do not know how I haven't watched that yet, but I haven't watched it yet.
What's wild about that project is that I decided to do it super spontaneous because I also have ADHD.
Yeah, we love it.
So I spent a couple months working on the lyrics, and I thought, oh my god, I did it. I want to make this into a project because if I do the vocals all by myself, there's going to be enough variety in my voice. I'm just me. Why don't I make it like a fandom project and take it a step further by making it a music video type thing? And then I realized I don't know how to judge people's vocals.
Oh no.
I've never made like a full-on semi-animated music video before. Who has? You know what? Aki Slayer has. Let me ask them if they'd like to be my co-mod. So I'm like, hey, cue the emojis of two fingers each other. Like, hey, would you like to be co-mod on this, please? You have the experience that I don't have, please.
You're like, ooh, woo, please.
Please?
Yeah. I get you. No, it's
so not only
cool.
were they... Yeah, exactly. And also one of my big inspirations when it comes to collab projects is those like reanimated collabs. Have you seen those?
I feel like I got it like on the tip of my tongue, but like I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Back in like 2013, the really big one that really launched their popularity was the Sailor Moon reanimated project.
Oh, okay.
And the idea of that was every scene was how should I put it? Like several artists were assigned a scene from an episode of Sailor Moon and reanimated themselves in their own style and medium of choice. And then, after each segment was done, they would put it all together.
Okay.
And so then, as you watch the episode, the art style would change from scene.
Yeah. That's cool.
And I love those so much. There's just so much passion put in. So I was a little inspired by that because each character was drawn by a different person. We got 6 different character artists on board, 6 vocalists, and it turned out amazingly. I had never really judged anyone's voice until then, so that was like a learning experience, but a very good one. The voice for Jakurai actually is an artist and vocalist who we've been mutuals on Twitter since like 2015 when I first started using Twitter, and then only like with I was like, wait, you rap? You can rap? Hey, would you mind auditioning for a thing that I am doing?
Oh my
and
gosh.
he said, yeah, I'm down. I'm like, okay.
Thanks. Oh my gosh, making your life easier.
Exactly. And he also has a spectacularly deep voice.
Oh yeah, that helps. For Jakurai.
Like, he nailed Jakurai's voice very well, and I thought, oh man, I also hope that if he gets like a voice acting gig, that he gets to play a villain character because he'd do great. But also, I thought, man, I think I like him as Hitoya from if I ever do a project that involves the character Hitoya. And lo and behold, I did. Fast forwarding to the very next year, because Battle English came out in 2021. In 2022, I opened up auditions for the most ambitious project that I've done to date, which is an English cover of the song Hood Star Plus.
Whoop, whoop.
And the reason that's so ambitious is because the song is 8 minutes long, and it involves all 18 main characters, and everyone gets a solo. So I did the lyric adaptation. That was a challenge in its own, but it was a very fun one. Again, I couldn't have done this without my friend Aki Slayer, because they gave me a lot of guidance when it came to parts of lyrics that I was a little stuck on. And let's see.
I put up the announcement.
Yeah, we're hoping for the cover to come out in September of this year.
Yay!
And I want you to notice all the different art styles involved. We have 18 different character artists.
I'm actually gonna make
one artist per character.
So people can see the art a little better.
Yeah. Actually, in the next picture, you could be able to see even more.
Yeah, I'll make that smaller again.
No, you can do that. I'm bad at OBS.
I'm not great at it, but I'm doing it. There we go.
So I remember getting a comment on the previous video project for Battle. And someone said, "Why does Dopo look different from everyone else?" And I thought, like, what are you saying?
What are you saying?
I thought, so the implication was either the way this one character was drawn looks weird, or that everyone else looked too similar.
Oh,
and I thought, all right, bet. So when I opened up applications for this one, I said, if you have like headcanons for how you like to draw the characters, go with it. If you do not try to replicate Hit Mike's style at all.
Yeah.
I want you to draw how you feel comfortable, how you like drawing these characters, how you like to. I want them to look as like varied as possible with different like skill levels, different art styles, different digital art programs. Go for it. Have fun. Like if you look through all of these, like everybody took it on a little differently, and I thought it was great.
Yeah.
One little detail that I enjoy is my friend Tired Bunny up in the top right corner drew Rei Amayado, and you can't quite see it in this one, but she gave him a little gap tooth. And I thought that's such a fun little touch.
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't have that in canon, but when
he does
when
now.
You see it, he does now.
He does now.
Headcanon accepted.
Exactly.
Headcanon accepted.
Oh my gosh. I think Fling Posse is my favorite.
Yes, everyone did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Another friend of mine who's involved on the art team, she's going by Emperor of Ruin. She drew Juto. So like she and I are like friends IRL. We've known each other for like over a decade, and they have she has a super cartoony style, influenced by stuff. I think her style is influenced by like Super Jail.
Oh, okay.
Super Jail and some Vivsy Pop cartoons. And at first, I wanted her to draw Kuko, the monk. And then I'm like, hold on. Wait, what if? What if she draws Juto Iruma, actually?
Yeah.
Also, she ended up being a vocalist for it as well. We asked her to audition for Kuko, and it just worked out so well.
Oh, nice.
But actually, if y'all subscribe to the BlackLightSugar, you have the playlist of all the promos, so you can hear what everybody sounds like.
Nice, yeah.
Next to what the characters look like. Oh my god, working on the audition process was amazing. I loved hearing what everybody like submitted as a rap example. Because a lot of these people who auditions, like, I don't really know how to rap, but I'm willing to practice. Remember when I brought up Sonic earlier?
Yeah.
Two different people auditioned with the song "Unknown" from the Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought, yes,
you're like my
yes,
people.
my people,
my people.
You want some nerdy rap? They delivered.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yes, this is one of my this is an ambitious project, and I'm super proud of how it's turning out. Everybody's been with Aki Slayer has been a wonderful co-mod as well. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We're hoping for a September release. I mentioned this in the project server at one point, but I remember like having a weird dream one night that I was at an event, like for celebrities or something, and I was dressed all nice, and it's like, oh, we're doing a movie. This project, I thought, wait, this is a vision telling me that this is gonna be awesome. And I'll probably like take the whole day off and dress nicely just for the stream.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
But yes, I am so looking forward to seeing the final product. All the art is done, all the backgrounds are done. We're finishing up some of the video editing and redoing some of the promo stuff because things have changed. We've been working on this project since 2022.
Uh-huh.
And it's 2025 now.
Yeah.
So things have changed over the years, like people's art styles, people's pronouns, people's like online presence. You know what I'm trying to say. So we want to like update some of the promo material for each of the contributors.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yes, Stan Hotsarian.
Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. It better come out soon so I can shove my face on it. Like I shove my face on my cat. Oh my gosh, we're running low on time.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll let you look at the cheat sheet of the topics if there's anything you particularly want to talk about.
Okay, let's start English coming this year. I have a interest poll open for 2 potential future projects. One of them is called Otomelanin, the other one is Glitter in the Night. Those would be like zines and anthologies. Otomelanin is a zine concept by and for Black fans of Josei Muke Media. So on like the promo image for it, I have like a Black girl with her hands in the air smiling while she like has images of like Tolkien Rambu, Mystic Messenger all around.
Yeah. Cute.
Thank you. The idea came from a friend back in undergrad who said, "You know what I'm tired of? Pit Crew Brown." And I said, "Yes, I know exactly what."
Oh no.
And like Pit Crew isn't really like this anymore, but back then, the darkest skin options were like this sort of sandy, ashy, unmoistened. It's like you didn't put lotion on, kind of.
Yeah.
Grayish.
Yeah.
Kind of tone. Thus the unmoistened.
Yes.
Why did I use that word? I could have said unmoisturized. Good job, me.
It's still funny. It's still really funny. You roast them. Roast them good, okay?
Oh, no! But like in a lot of, not even just in pit crews, but also in like games where you're supposedly like have a self-insert option.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can adjust the colors. It's like that's not as dark as I am though.
Great.
Or maybe there's no dark skin. Right, exactly. I will never forgive fan artists who draw like Leona Scholar from Twisted Wonderland as like a Homestuck troll with no lotion on.
I know, right?
Like, that tone of grayish, not even brown.
Yeah.
It's like, are y'all that afraid of drawing a black-coated cat boy? Come on. But anyway, highly inspired by some of our frustrations as like black players of Otome and Josei Muke.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is to include like self-insert fanfiction, like X-Reader type fanfiction, cosplay photos, fan art, fan character profiles and stuff like that, and even like written essays.
That's cool.
So that's the idea for Otomelanin. Now the next idea is Glitter in the Night. I've had this idea since 2018, an undergrad project, but it ended up being a little too much for that. So I thought, okay, this would do better as like a project that lasts a little longer. So the idea for Glitter in the Night is to gather black artists and writers who are influenced by BL and Otome and Shoujo, and have them draw illustrations or comics about like ikemen or bishonen characters that represent them more.
That's cool.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah. I like both of those ideas. Those are gonna be fun.
Thank you. Glitter in the Night would be more of an original content one, so it would be stories, and the idea is for it to be like kickstarted to have a soft cover book, and maybe some merch that might be nice, but the priority of course would be the book.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. And if I'm feeling especially spicy, an audio drama.
Ooh, dang, that would be cool. People don't do audio dramas enough.
Right, exactly. And I love audio drama.
Me
I was
too.
considering like one of those situation audio dramas where it's like first person. So we'd only really need one voice actor.
Yeah.
So
Kind of like
voice
those
actor
like
is-
ASMR kind of videos people do these days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love situation audio dramas. And then they started coming to like the English speaking world as ASMR plays. It's like finally,
Yeah.
the English speaking world has it now. We
Yeah.
just call it something different.
We just call it something else. Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm glad that it's around, so people now like understand what I'm with. When I say like it's first person, the character is talking to you in your ear and it surrounds. Look at me crazy. But yes, those are some future potential projects for BlackLightSugar Productions.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll look forward to those. If you post those, let me know and I'll put them in my server. So.
Will do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we do have lightning round questions if you want to do them.
Let's do lightning round.
Okay. I am gonna pretend like you didn't look at the lightning round questions. But the point of the lightning round questions is to answer as quickly as you can.
Okay.
Use as little brain power as possible, but if you need to think on one, it's fine. Some of these are thinky questions. But
Nope. No thoughts, head empty. Let's go.
No thoughts, head empty. Yes, empty the brain. Like, turn your head sideways, dump it out. Like,
dump out the brain.
Just
put it over
get out of
there.
there. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Are you ready?
Okay.
I'm ready.
Oh, wait. Look at it. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds to get out of the ad break. 30 more seconds to empty your brain. And we'll get out of the ad break and then we'll finish up with the landing.
Brain smooth.
Brain smooth. Ugh, brain smoothie if you're a zombie. Oh my gosh. I am so delirious. I'm sorry. I'm just goofy today. I don't know what my problem is.
Really goofy and serious.
I'm just like,
it's A-okay.
I have so much to do tomorrow, so I'm just like, avoid.
Avoid responsibilities. Wahoo! No responsibilities, only VTubing and idols.
I wish. Okay, lightning round. We are back. Hello, welcome back from the ad, everybody. Here we go. Question. What would happen if you met your favorite musician?
Ooh, I would info dump about how much they mean to me and just a little.
All right. What would happen if you met your favorite fictional character?
Oh no.
Called out.
Oh no. Like, depends on who.
You gotta pick one. You may disclose who it is if you want to.
Someone in the chat, please name somebody you know I like. Please help me. I can't decide. You don't know who
is
like.
the tallest? The tallest one.
Tallest character I like?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
The tallest character I like? Maybe Jakurai from
Okay, so what would happen if you met Jakurai?
I'd want him to give me therapy with no insurance.
That's fair!
I don't think he makes a good therapist.
That man needs to help us all, let's be real.
I want him to, like, give me therapy pro bono.
Pro bono, absolutely. You're like, do you take insurance? Don't care, don't have it.
Out of the kindness of his heart.
Exactly.
Stare into his eyes and listen to his deep, deep baritone voice for hours. Even if he told me, like, you know what would solve your problems? Eating Nutella straight out of the jar. I'm like,
Yep. I'd do it. All right. If someone were to write a song about you, what would the title be? Yep. I'm asking impossible questions.
My god. Probably Yowie Brained or something.
Yowie Brained!
No, Yowie
Me
Pilled.
too!
Make it provocative.
Me too. I get it.
Like, this girl is Yowie Pilled.
Yowie Pilled. There we go. Perfect. All right. And so we know you play the harmonica, but if you had to do a kazoo cover, what song would it be?
Oh no. Okay. I want to do an OnStars kazoo cover.
What song?
Okay, one that would be fitting would be like either a rabbit song like Hare no Ki Sugar Wave.
That'd be cute.
Or Yukai Tsukai, That's Alright.
Okay, Yukai Tsukai at the beginning is a kazoo instead of bagpipes. I'm there.
If I really want to get shitposty, probably an Eden song. Trap for You.
Trap for You.
Trap for You, or like
crying.
Life for Creation. The Genesis. The Genesis.
There you go.
On kazoo. I might just buy a kazoo for this. Go to the party store, get a kazoo, and do this for you.
Oh my god, please.
For the pure hell of it. Thank you for the inspiration.
You're welcome. I live to serve. All right. What would your childhood self think about all the fun stuff you do now?
Ooh, I actually have thought about this. First off, she would be really surprised that anime is mainstream now.
That's fair.
And ask, like, what would tiny Mouna think? She would probably be surprised that I have so many friends.
That's cute. Dang.
She would probably be surprised that I still do lyric stuff.
Yeah, probably. That's one of those things you feel like you wouldn't do for very long when you're young, and then you're like, wait, I kept it up.
Something I find absolutely wild about my middle school self is that once I was asked to write a biography / memoir, like, write about yourself. And I was like an unapologetic foodie back then. And I literally wrote that was rated school how much I like BL.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, I'll probably never get out of this phase. And then I look back, I think back on that, I'm like, I didn't.
You just became less cringe about it.
Still a little bit cringe.
That's
but
fair, me
this
too.
time I'm free about it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I may be cringe, but I'm happy.
Exactly. All right. Let's see here. What do you want people to remember most about you?
Let's see. What do I want people to remember most about me? That I have swell ideas.
There you go. I think we can agree on that one. I think all of chat would agree with that. Okay. What would you wake up as I can't talk. Blah, blah, blah. Let's try that one again.
Do your best.
Boo, 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 boo.
You can do it.
What would you wake up as in an isekai?
Oh my god. Oh, when I say goodbye to the world as Truck-kun kisses me in the pancreas, I guess. Let's see. What would I wake up as in an isekai? A boy? A very pretty prince.
A pretty prince. There we go. Perfect. All right. Cats.
Still black, though.
Still black, though. I mean, that's fair.
Yes.
I was so convinced you were going to say, like, an Otome game protagonist or something.
Not a protagonist. I want to be a love interest.
You want to be a love interest. That's fair. That's fair.
I want to be a love interest so I can spoil somebody.
That, yeah, I get that. I get that. Okay. Cats, dogs, or birds?
Dogs.
Dogs, okay. Do you prefer dinosaurs with scales or dinosaurs with feathers?
Where are these questions coming from?
My brain at 3 o'clock in the morning. This is the lightning round. What do you want?
Feathers.
Feathers, okay. Would you, oh, you're gonna love this one. If you liked that one, you're gonna love this one. Would you rather fight one bear-sized goose or two goose-sized bears?
Oh my god, this question.
Yes,
okay.
my favorite
Bear-sized
question.
Goose or goose-sized bear. And I have to fight them? Not
You
just,
have
like,
to fight
run
them.
up-
You can't
Okay,
just run
okay.
away. You have to fight them.
Bear-sized goose, that's a big-ass goose, or a goose-sized bear. I feel so. If the goose-sized bear still has all its bear powers and capabilities.
Yeah, but it's two of them.
Oh fuck, it's two.
Two bears or one goose.
I think I might take on the big goose.
The big goose. That's been kind of the popular answer.
Kick it in the knees.
Yeah, exactly. All right. How would you fare in the zombie apocalypse? How you doing in the zombie apocalypse? You would die. Why is everybody dying in my zombie apocalypse? Like,
Not survive, and I know it.
That's
I'm not
fair.
good at running. Running makes me too tired.
I feel like that answers the next question too.
What's the next question?
Would you survive in a slasher movie?
Let's see. Okay, this is actually a different answer. I think I would survive a slasher movie.
Okay. Any particular reason?
Okay, I have a little story. One of my absolute close and best friends, who is very smart. We play, like, I love how intelligent and thoughtful and like intuitive he is. We played a visual novel together, and there was a part where it was like a scary part where the choices were like stay with the group or go off into the dark.
Oh no.
And she chose go off into the dark, and I'm like, are you sure about that? And she said, no, we could discover something on the ship. And then it was a bad end. We died immediately. And
I was gonna say, that sounds like a bad end waiting for you.
Like big face palm.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
I think I'll survive a slasher.
Okay.
I'm not splitting up, gang.
Nope. You gotta run fast though, so, you know.
Ah, damn.
Well, you're pretty smart though. You could probably outsmart them.
So, I want to believe.
I believe in you. All right, last question and most important question is, what fruit or vegetable do you identify with the most?
A fruit or a veggie?
That you identify with.
And this is different from what's my favorite fruit or veggie, right?
Exactly. This has to be like, what is the embodiment of you as a fruit or a vegetable? I love this question.
Be a drink that is based in fruit? Okay, raspberries.
Raspberries! I like raspberries.
Yeah, I think raspberries because... Ever had raspberry lemonade?
Yeah?
That. I'm
Yeah.
that. I'm the whole vibe of raspberry lemonade.
That's fair. That's fair. A little tart, a little sweet. We like it. We like it.
Shout out to my friend Escher in the chat who coined that for me. Because of how I dress casually, he's once described that as like raspberry lemonade.
Raspberry lemonade. That's cute. All right. Well, that's all the lightning round questions I have. I feel like I have made you talk too much, but
No! Listen, I love talking and I've been on longer chats.
the yappening. It's the yappening.
Yappening.
If I didn't need to go to bed, we would still be yapping for like another hour. Don't worry about it.
Good.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's fair, right? We all gotta sleep. We're grown adults. We gotta sleep. We gotta get our 8 hours or whatever.
Bones.
Oh well, oh well. All right, guys, so I'm trying to find it in the chat. I'm gonna put it on YouTube too. Why won't you let me highlight you? Hold on.
I know.
There we go. Doo, 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 doo. I'm gonna post this again, and I'm gonna go post it on YouTube if anybody feels so inclined. We have some charities that you may donate to if you feel like it. We would appreciate it. Or you can always give Mouna a flipping coffee, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Or get on the Patreon business or whatever you feel like doing to support Mouna, because I think you should do it. I think you should do it. Peer pressure.
I'm trying to increase my Patreon goal. I'm hoping to like increase my my Patreon followership in the next year.
Ooh.
I know that Patreon is something that's hard to like set goals around, but it's more like it would be nice.
Yeah, of course. More support is always good.
And the charities that I'm recommending are and the Black Lives Matter Fund.
Happy Pride Month, guys. Yeah!
Happy Pride Month and Black Music Month.
Black Music Month! Let's go!
Both those things apply to me.
That's why you're here. Because I was like, no, I'm getting you in before the end of the month. I'm getting you in. I'm making it happen. You have to understand, Mouna and I like jammed all of this info out in the past like 72 hours.
It's so true. It's so true.
We've been planning this off and on for like what 3-4 weeks now, but like it kept. I had weird work stuff happen. So it's been a little like difficult. But I'm so glad I could have you on. I hope we have many a yap session on voice chat too.
Plenty of it.
Yes, and I hope I get to catch some of your next music projects. I'll try to audition for something if I can ever figure out how to not rap like a white person. Look, we don't want to sound like Eminem around here, okay?
Eminem isn't that bad.
He's not that bad, but he's a little bad. So just a little. It's fine. No, I will tell you the story behind me saying that. I will tell you there's a story behind me saying that. Idol who used to think they could rap. Anyway, so don't let me do it. But anyway, that is all from me. Any parting words, parting thoughts, parting exciting things to say? I know, it's a lot of pressure.
I thought of my idol call and response a couple months back.
Oh shoot, what is it? I want to know.
Okay, so for a little background, do you know the song Hey Ya by Outkast?
If you don't know that song, I don't want to know you, so yes.
It's a little bit inspired by that.
Oh my god.
Just a little inspired by that because I love that song.
Oh my god.
And this is a work in progress, so I might change my call eventually, but it's girls, yeah, gays, yeah, theys, yeah, you mays. And you may turn up the beat.
That's cute.
Thank you.
That's
I hope
cute.
To use it
Yes, I love it. And thank you for the kind words in chat. Oh, y'all are sweet.
Thank you so much, everybody.
And Mouna, thank you for being here. Thank you for making time for me. I appreciate you so much.
Of course, you're awesome, and I love your stream.
Thank you. Okay, guys, we're gonna get out of here, but we will see you. I'll be back Monday? ? I might be on a friend's stream this weekend, but probably Monday. For more Ensemble Stars. Everybody loves a good On Stars Monday. So we'll see you then. And bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.